interfere with other fans' enjoyment of the game.
If you live
The
here,
Braves and the Harbor Hawks, the Cape Cod Baseball
is your
League,
thing.
and the NCAA promote
If
good
you live
sportsmanship
here,
by student athletes,
tough
coaches, and
is your thing.
spectators. We request your
Smart is your
cooperation and
thing.
positive support of the participants and
Caring
officials.
is your thing.
Profanity, racial,
If you live
or
in
sexist comments or
Massachusetts,
other
community
intimidating
is your
actions
thing.
that officials,
Since
student athletes,
1972,
coaches,
the
or team
Massachusetts
representatives
State
will
Lottery
not
has
be
provided over
tolerated and are grounds for
$25
removal
billion
from this
to help cities and towns with the things they need most. If you live here, giving is your thing.
No. Let him do his thing.
My family earns respect.
My family clears bases.
My family breaks records.
My family wins MVPs.
My family gives everything.
My family makes history. My family wins championships.
There's no family.
There's no family. There's no family. There's no family like my family.
Join the fam.
Join the fam.
Join the fam. What?
When Alaska Airlines needed a partner for the complex operations of travel, they made the switch to T-Mobile. Our 5G has Alaska Airlines and their customers covered, from major hubs to remote destinations, with 5G coverage ready now for the demands of today and the future. T-Mobile's network powers Alaska Airlines as they deliver next-level care for all customers. 5G ready now. That's how unconventional thinking is better for business.
Coke Zero is now Coke Zero Sugar, with great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news. Some were skeptical. So we're not going to have the star of the show you're watching come out and say, "You'll love it." No special jingle written by this week's hottest pop star. No famous internet celebs who happen to be holding the label just so. Okay, maybe just one little pour shot. The only thing that will make you believe Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste is trying it yourself. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.
Sixth, the first baseman, number 37, out of Florida Atlantic, Jackson Ross.
Hello and welcome to
seventh,
the
the
Harbor
shortstop,
Hawks
number 5,
Baseball
out of Miami,
Network. Austin
Dominic
Nakuda
Kelly.
alongside Zach Berman and Drake Zoll
Eighth,
as we are
the left
live
fielder,
from
number
Doran
34, out of
Park in
Michigan,
Buzzards Bay,
Gio
Massachusetts, where the
Flores.
Hyannis Harbor Hawks will take the field
Ninth, the
to
center
oppose
fielder,
the
number
Bourne
42, out of
Braves, a
Northeastern,
battle
Michael
of two
Serrata.
teams atop the West Division.
Pitch
And
test for
Drake,
the Harbor
last night
Hawks,
the
number
Harbor
11,
Hawks
out of
did
Stanford,
not have the
Tommy
ideal way to
Barra.
close out their home season, as the Hawks, in their last regular season
The umpire
game at
for tonight's
home
game at home
McKean
plate,
Park,
Jeff
come up
Kinney,
short
at
against the
first base,
Harwich
Jeff
Mariners,
Rosell, and at third
strand
base, Steve
plenty
Gary.
of runners on
The
base,
back
and I know
pitcher
that's
for tonight's
tonight.
game are
That's a
Jackson
focal
ESP,
point against the
Tyler
Braves.
Denton,
Well, the
and
regular
Parker
season
Hopkins.
ends at home last night with a loss, and you talk about how they left so many guys stranded on base, and that certainly is an issue, and they're trying to vet that tonight and not let that become a trend as it has been the last few games. So for the Harbor Hawks today, it is all about coming in against the Bourne baseball team and winning the game today.
The Hawks will send the right-hander Tommy O'Rourke to the mound, and he'll oppose Cade Boxrucker, a guy that we've seen before. And Zach Berman, the last time we saw Boxrucker, he was really good in that start, and I know there was a lot that you saw in that start that you liked to key in on.
Yeah, Boxrucker has been a guy who's really been that calming force for the Braves all year. Last game against Wareham, he went 5 innings, only allowed a single run. But here's the extra little wrinkle with Boxrucker. He's got an extra day of rest. He was supposed to pitch at Katuitt yesterday. That game got postponed to tomorrow.
So they're playing is it still at Lowell, or will they move it due to the lights?
They are going to play it at Lowell tomorrow, but Cade
Wow.
Boxrucker gets an extra day of rest, and that could be huge. So the Harbor Hawks are going to have to face a pitcher that has already seen him twice this year. Last time they faced the Hawks went 5 2/3, only gave up 1 run. So he's been a problem, and the Harbor Hawks are going to have to figure out how to solve the Cade Boxrucker puzzle.
Well, the Hawks still
short
sit at
time.
first place in the West Division. The Bourne Braves are right behind them at second place, and the Hawks no matter how tonight ends, we'll have a playoff spot, whether it's 1, 2, or 3. That's yet to be decided based on the next 2 days. And a big part of the reason the Hawks are heading back to the playoffs is the director of baseball operations, Mazdak Darvari, and the way he constructed this team in our front office. I caught up with Mazdak pregame as part of today's Dugout Show. Hello and welcome to today's Dugout Show from Buzzards Bay, Massachusetts. Austin Nakuda alongside the Director of Baseball Operations for the Harbor Hawks, Mazdak Darvari. Now, Mazdak, you've helped construct this team that is on their way to the playoffs for the first time in a couple of years. What is it like for you seeing the product that you helped put together be on their way to the postseason?
It's super fun to see. Obviously today and tomorrow we'll find out whether or not we get the 1 seed, which would be super cool, going from worst to first.
Matchup, because Bourne's right on your heels at number 2 in the West. The Hawks still sit at first, so Bourne's going to send to the mound Cade Boxrucker, a very tough arm, but do you have any notes that you've been sending to the guys that, you don't have to get too into it, don't share any inside secrets, but anything on Boxrucker that may help the guys attack?
Yeah, we definitely spent the last day or two putting together some notes.
Hard guys, did you have in the back of your head that they could make an instant impact, or were you kind of planning for the metal to wood bat adjustment?
No, Drew came from, I guess, not playing this summer. Caleb did play all summer, but both have done a great job stepping in. Of course, all the guys we bring in, we expect to make an impact for us. We don't expect any to come in and kind of not do well. So we're not surprised with the production that we've seen on the field from them. And yeah, they're both showing that you don't have to be a D1 player to have success up here.
Well, Mazdak, thank you for joining us on today's Dugout Show. We'll be live from the beach here at Bourne in just a moment on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network. Thank you to Mazdak for joining us in today's Dugout Show. And Drake, the way the front office this year, Nick Johnson, the general manager, Mazdak Darvari, the director of baseball ops, and Zach Chase, the assistant general manager, have transformed this roster and built a competitor that's last throughout the season is truly something spectacular.
Yeah, I mean, Nick Johnson, without a doubt, is a front-runner for GM of the Year on Cape Cod, especially after an 8-win season last year, taking this team to 20-plus wins, and now a playoff spot, vying for the top spot in the West. You need a win today. You need a Katuitt loss in one of their next 2. We're going to talk about that throughout the night tonight, but you wouldn't be in a scenario that is this close to the top of the division if you didn't have such a great GM, and then Mazdak and Zach right beside him. So it says a lot about how this team was built, that they're in this position right now.
Yeah, and they've been able to sustain that success, unlike many other teams here in the Cape who had guys early in the year, top prospects like Cam Collier and Katuitt, who weren't able to sustain their success throughout the season due to the influx of talent leaving and such a drop-off. But the Hawks, even with the new guys they've added, they've been able to maintain that same level of success, and a big part of that has been Drew Earhart, Drake, and we saw him play well last night, too.
Man, I love this Drew Earhart guy. You talk about what he has done recently. What have you done for me lately down the stretch to be good? And Drew Earhart in the last week has a .368 batting average, a .455 OBP, and 7 hits. Coming from Tampa, and a guy who wasn't coming from another summer ball league, has already been a star for Hyannis. I love to see that production early from that guy.
And the Harbor Hawks starting lineup, who getting ready to come to the plate, are going to begin with Riku Nishida in the leadoff spot. He'll be playing second base today. A little bit of a change in the lineup with Mitch Jebb dropped to the 2-hole for the first time almost ever. I don't know if we've seen Mitch Jebb in the 2 spot. The DH today. Drew Earhart batting third, playing third base. Poncho Ruiz in the cleanup spot and doing the catching. Nolan Shonowell in left field and batting 5th. Batting 6th is his teammate Jackson Ross from FAU. He's playing first base. Don Patelli, the shortstop, batting 7th, while Tito Flores is out in left field and batting 8th. And Mike Sirota is the center fielder today, and he's batting 9th. A little bit of a change in the lineup there, Zach, by dropping Sirota to the 9-hole.
You want to talk about the best 9-hole hitter that the Cape Cod Baseball League has likely seen all season. Mike Sirota, a guy that has been well ahead of 300, a guy that has been just about an RBI machine ever since he's joined the Hyannis Harbor Hawks in the 9-hole. So a new look lineup. I don't know if this is going to be your day one of the playoffs lineup on Thursday, but it seems like in the last game of the year, Coach Beatty and his coaching staff are looking to try out some new things and really see, hey, maybe with the offense struggling a little bit, is there something that we can shake up, something that we can click, something that we can do to make sure that these guys that haven't been performing to the level that we've seen them perform this season, is there something that we can just crack into place?
One of those new pieces that they're trying to get to snap into place is Jackson Ross, the FAU first baseman who was with Bria Losick in today's pregame interview as part of the Dugout Show. Let's take a look at what Jackson had to say.
From Doran Park alongside Jackson Ross from FAU. Jackson, you just came here and there's a #1 spot in the West Division on the line. What's it like showing up and getting in the lineup with so much pressure?
I don't really see it as pressure. I'm excited to be here, though, and help the team out, and hopefully we can make a little playoff run and win the championship here.
You're playing alongside your teammate at FAU, Nolan Shanuel. What's it like playing here with him?
It's a lot of fun. He's a character, but I love being around him. I love playing with him. He's a great player, so it feels kind of like school ball all over again. I love it.
You had your first at-bats last night, and it's definitely a pitching league up here in the Cape League. What was that like, and how do you plan on adjusting?
I think it was similar to what I've been seeing, from school and this summer previously. So just keep doing my thing and keep my routines going, and I think we'll pick up where we left off.
All right, thank you so much, Jackson.
Thank you so much.
A lot's on the line tonight. I'm Bria Losick, Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
Welcome back to the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network, and thank you to Bria Losick and Jackson Ross for their pregame interview today. And Jackson's been another addition to this Harbor Hawks roster that has continually changed down the stretch. You have Ross, you have Earhart, another addition who weren't with the team, but there are a couple of guys who have been big pluses in this lineup. And I know Ross's contact skill, and Zach, he's pretty versatile as well. He's been a nice addition to this roster.
Well, I'm sure that Nolan Shanuel had nothing but glowing reviews for Ross. And once again, we've talked so often that the NECBL and the Futures League, those are your AA, AAAs for the Cape Cod Baseball League. 41 games for Keene in the NECBL for Jackson Ross.
We'll take a break here on the Harbor Hawks Baseball for the national anthem, so we'll be right back on the flip side with first pitch from Doran Park after this brief break here. You're listening to the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
Tastes like a Coke.
We nailed it!
Coke Zero Sugar. Have they nailed it? Sounds like they really nailed it, huh?
Nailed it. And that's when you said... So it really tastes like a Coke.
Yeah, that's the point.
When it comes to buying or selling a home, you need a partner, not just an agent. For over 50 years, Gibson Sotheby's International Realty has set the standard in excellence and performance. A seasoned team that has thrived throughout all markets. Our agents live and work in your neighborhood and understand you. We are over 170 agents strong, backed by an in-house marketing team and global reach that is second to none.
From studios to penthouses, purchasing to renting, our team provides unparalleled real estate services.
If you live here, fun is your thing. If you live here, tough is your thing. Smart is your thing. Caring is your thing. If you live in Massachusetts, community is your thing. Since 1972, the Massachusetts State Lottery has provided over $25 billion to help cities and towns with the things they need most. If you live here, giving is your thing.
From Buzzards Bay, we welcome you back to the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network as we're moments away from first pitch in today's West Division battle, as this could go a long way into determining the seeding as the playoffs are just right around the corner. Drake, you and I spent plenty of time last night crunching the numbers, putting our big brains together and trying to figure out what today's matchup means for the Hawks, but I think we figured out that if they win today, they are guaranteed a home game on Thursday.
He's also known for his family's famous dance moves.
Yeah, you know, if Hyannis is able to take a win today and Katuitt loses a game, they win the West. But if Hyannis wins today, they do get home field advantage going into the playoffs no matter what. They get the 2 seed. So that would be very nice. At 50 points, Hyannis 50 points, Bourne at 49, Katuitt at 49. 2 games left for the guys from Bourne and the guys from Katuitt, just 1 for Hyannis. There's a bunch of math. We'll talk about it throughout the rest of the night. But right here, right now, Hyannis Harbor Hawks. Bourne baseball team, Buzzards Bay, it doesn't get bigger than this.
And the guy on the mound is going to be a tough nut to crack in the form of Cade Boxrucker, as he's a right-hander who we've seen before, and as have many teams. They've tried their luck, and many have come up empty. 25 innings pitched, just 5 earned runs. He's not a big-time strikeout pitcher with 20 punch-outs through the 25 innings. with just 17 hits. The 13 walks are a bit high, but the Hawks, even when they're facing a pitcher who has inflated walk numbers, they don't always take advantage. That was a big focal point after last night's loss, in which the Hawks only pushed one run across and had about 15 or 16 base runners, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah.
And they only pushed across 1-1 Zach Berman.
Well, yesterday, Harwich walked 8 guys, I believe, and the Harbor Hawks just could not bring any of them home. And it's been feast or famine for the Harbor Hawks with runners in scoring position. You'll have games like you'll have on Sunday where the Harbor Hawks can knock a guy out and score 5 runs in the first inning, or the Katuitt game on Friday night. Or you'll have a game where you're maybe shut out by Orleans, or can only scratch one across against Brewster, or yesterday where you leave a small island nation's amount of base runners on and can't get anybody home. It's just sometimes one of those things that you have to overcome. The Harbor Hawks had this problem at the start of the year with leaving guys on. They seem to move on from it, and now it's come back and bite them a little bit. So let's see how they can turn the page. Tonight's the night to do it, because you don't want to come into the playoffs struggling with runners in scoring position.
Well, it was actually 9 walks last night that were dished out by the Harwich Mariners. So Hyannis had their fair share of base runners. They left them stranded, loaded twice with nobody out. If they do that again today, they're going to lose in the same way they lost yesterday. So you got to start getting timely hits. And Austin, you're taking a big risk in completely flipping this lineup apart.
Well, Drake, if you watched opening day and then didn't watch a single game until tonight, which is the last game of the year, you would think Riku Nishida has
also,
been the leadoff hitter all season long.
Who's that Mitch Jeb guy?
Yeah.
I would also be thinking that.
If you only watched the first and last game, you would think Riku Nishida would be the leadoff hitter all year long. But we haven't seen Riku in this spot in quite some time. 286 batting average, a 2022 CCBL All-Star. And if you're curious, that's pretty good. Played center field in that game, although the natural second baseman is in his normal spot today as he takes a first pitch ball from Cade Boxrucker.
Yeah, to make note, too, CCBL stands for the Cape Cod Baseball League. And for him to be an all-star on Cape Cod in this league is absolutely huge. His OBP, too, is at 385. That's why he's batting first in the lineup today, and there's a little foul ball on the second pitch that he sees.
It's a good start for you. You almost got a souvenir on just the second pitch of the night.
A fun souvenir, yeah.
Count evens up at 1-1 to Nishida. A surprising 11 RBI. You don't see that a lot from Riku. Not a guy who has come up in a ton of situations with runners on, or known as a run producer. Yeah. He's the guy that usually scores the runs, but with 24 of those, he's certainly been effective once he gets on the base pass. The 1-1 misses outside. 2-1 to Nishida. Riku with 15 walks to 16 strikeouts, a very true sign of just how good he is at the plate and his advanced plate discipline. Boxrucker goes into the windup now. Here comes the 2-1 from the right-hander. Riku hesitantly goes around. They'll check at third. Yes, he did. Count evens up at 2-2.
You know what's funny? I talked to our photographer, Tyler, before the game, and first thing he says to me is, hey, 300 right down the right field line. If Riku wants to, wrap one around the foul pole and get out of there, he could. We've seen Riku hit the ball a little bit further this second half of the year than we saw him do so in the first half of the year.
He's had a couple of long doubles as the 2-2, that is, misses outside to make it 3-2.
Well, that pitch did not miss by much there, and Riku does what Riku really does best, and that works a count full. He is a master at the plate when it comes to watching pitches and not biting on anything outside of the zone.
Riku is 1 for 2 against Boxrucker on the season, looking to make it 2 for 3 as he hits that one back up the middle. Going to be a tough play for the shortstop, Peck. His throw is not in time as Nishida slides safely into first place, and that's the benefit of having Riku Nishida in the leadoff spot.
That was a head-first slide from Riku Nishida. That is the first one of those that we have seen the entire Cape League season, and he does it in the last game of the regular season into first base. I love it.
So now the man who is number 2 in the Cape Cod Baseball League in stolen bases stands off of first, with the man who is first in the Cape Cod Baseball League in stolen bases at the plate in Mitch Jeb. Jeb is not only first in stolen bases, but he leads the league in runs, on-base percentage, and a ton of other offensive stats as the Michigan State Spartan takes ball 1.
Just a little note on Riku. Riku is, with all intents and purposes, a prototypical leadoff hitter for situations such as that. You are set up here with Riku and Jeb as your 1-2 to start a game, and also goes back to the argument we talked about early in the season. Putting Riku in the number 1 hole, that means he's going to get more opportunities.
Pickoff move to first. He's back in safely as Boxrucker will certainly keep a close eye on Nishida.
I just cannot. He slid into first base. We've
first.
not seen somebody do that yet this
Down
season.
the line, head first. He might have been safe if he ran through as well.
That's giving everything. That is giving 100%.
110%. Hundo P, as some might
110% doesn't exist.
The 1-0 to Mitch Jebb. Called strike on the outside part of the plate. Count will even up.
Hey, Austin, did you know Mitch Jebb's pretty good?
I've heard that.
Yeah, second in the league in batting average at 361,
Yeah.
first in stolen bases, first in runs, first in OBP. I could keep going.
Yeah.
Pretty nuts.
Nishida off of first, 25 for 30 on stolen bases this season. Got a comfortable lead as the 1-1 from Boxruckers away. Nishida's off, pitches low, and couldn't get a clean hold on it as Frick. So Riku Nishida steals second base standing up.
Ah, Frick.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Ah, you do? Yeah, he dropped the ball. So Riku gets a stolen base. He's now at 25, which is just one shy of the league lead. And the league lead is standing at home plate in the left-handed batter's box.
And Jebb's ahead 2-1 too, so a hitter's count for the guy who's now raised his batting average up to 361. He's 1 for 5 on the year against Boxrucker. Seen him a few times. 2-1 the count as Boxrucker comes set from the stretch. Jebb shows bunt, pulls back. It's a called strike anyway. Seems like the outside strike will be called today.
Yeah, looks like it. Interesting, too. It's not even interesting. It's just neat to see Jebb about 100 feet away or so from Matt Shaw. Those two guys, there are your two candidates for league MVP standing right there. Matt Shaw at second base today for the guys in white, and then Mitch Jebb at the dish for the Harbor Hawks.
2-2 the count as Jebb watches one go by for ball 3, so immediately out of the gate, Boxrucker has gone full on the first two Harbor Hawk hitters.
I mean, you can make an argument for Shaw to be player of the year, and to this point he's been great, but you look at Mitch Jebb's stat line. He's ahead of Shaw in hits, he's ahead of Shaw in runs scored, ahead of Shaw in RBIs, ahead of Shaw in walks.
Yeah, Matt Shaw, the Bourne second baseman, we'll see in the bottom half of the first inning as he's their two-hitter, firmly asserted in that spot. Full count the count as Mitch Jebb stands in the left-handed batter's box. Here's the pitch from Boxrucker, lined back up the middle. That'll get into center field for a base hit. Nishida had to retreat as it was a line drive, and he didn't know if it would be caught out there in center field by Horvath. So Nishida only gets to third. Jebb's on first with a single. That puts runners on the corners with still nobody out.
Well, despite Riku not scoring there, I really think that shows growth because early in the year, Riku was aggressive on the base bats almost to a fault. We saw him get thrown out once or twice on the base bats. He's reading the ball so much better off the bat. And again, Mitch Jebb, what a job at the plate. Nice piece of hitting, lines it into center field, and the Harbor Hawks. You want to talk about runners in scoring position? Well, here we are right out of the gate.
That brings up Drew Earhart, the third baseman today, who's made quite the impact in his limited time here on Cape Cod. 7 for his first 21. He's also mixed in 5 walks. First pitch to Drew is a called strike at the knees, 0-1.
Yeah, in the last week for Earhart, 368 average, 455 OBP, and 7 hits. So that is all. He's really come along after struggling his first couple of games. Great to see him having such success.
Pickoff move goes to first where Mitch Jebb's back in diving. Got to think Jebb may be off soon enough here with him leading the league in stolen bases and second base being open with Riku off of third.
Yeah, Thomas Frick behind the dish. Really solid catcher. One of the better ones we've seen on Cape Cod, but Mitch Jebb's an elite base stealer. Now he's in a pickle.
They got Jebb picked off of first. The throw to second tags him out. Riku's coming home, and he's in safely. So Jebb gets picked off of first, but Nishida scores on the pitch. And Riku will come home for the first run of tonight as the Hawks lead at 1-0. They trade a run 4-0.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. That is the same number of runs they had in 9 innings yesterday against Harwich. So if you've struggled to put a bat on the ball and put it in play to get guys home when they're in scoring position, just let the 2 fastest guys on Cape Cod that are on your team in the 1 and 2 hole do it for you. I love it.
Bases are cleared now with 1 down as back into the windup is Boxrucker. Earhart pulls back a bunt, and the count evens up at 1-1.
Well, my take on it, you know, the struggles with runners in scoring position, we've seen the Harbor Hawks swinging the bat. We've seen an increase in power. I would like to see them get back to the small ball, and right there, that's what works.
The 1-1's in the dirt, 2-1, as Boxrucker's having some command issues here in the early going.
Not something we've seen out of Cade Boxrucker in his 2 prior starts against the Harbor Hawks. Good to see them making him work and driving his pitch count up.
That's been his one fault this year, has been the walks. 13 in 25 innings. The pitch to Earhart's inside. He's behind 3-1 is Boxrucker now, as big number 44 will step off the mound and work the ball a bit to try to get back in the zone.
Zach, you and I talked about it on the way here. For Boxrucker, he expected to throw yesterday. Goes through his full progression, starts your day knowing you'll be the starter. You got to push that all the way back a day. You could be in a funk early. You're seeing that right now.
And the dirt ball forward. Drew Earhart's aboard now, as there's one down and now a runner off at first for the Hawks.
Yeah, you got to take advantage of a guy like Boxrucker when his command is not there, because more often than not, Cade Boxrucker is going to figure things out as the game goes on, and once he gets into that groove, he's going to be much tougher to deal with. So you want to get yourself and Tommy O'Rourke a nice cushion out of the gate.
That brings up Poncho Ruiz. Before he'll even get to take a swing, that'll be a mound visit from the Bourne Braves as, well, it's been not the start that Boxrucker was hoping to have.
Yeah, and what makes this so surprising is that in his last start in 5 2/3 against the Hawks, he only walked 2, and he's already gotten himself deep into counts and already walked 1. So you have to watch out for his command here. Cade Boxrucker has only had one start all season where he didn't walk anybody, and that was his very first start against Harwich on June 17th.
So Poncho Ruiz, the big opportunity for a guy who's been up and down in terms of his success at the plate this year. He's remained a consistent brick wall behind the plate defensively, but at the dish, Drake, it has not been a consistent season for the San Diego State Aztec.
No, just 186 with 19 strikeouts and 86 at-bats, so still trying to get it going as that's a first pitch low, but that is one thing with 12 walks that you're seeing him do better and better. That is watch the baseball, not chase pitches. There's one area where he's really improved at the plate. He's got a position here, though, to help the Harbor Hawks add a couple more of the guy on.
Well, the strikeout to walk rate, as that one's it's called strike, Poncho started to go around, isn't egregious. 19 strikeouts to 12 walks. I mean, there's
especially
worse
here,
in the league.
man. Oh.
See if Poncho can come through now with Earhart off at first. Boxrucker comes set. The 1-1 Earhart goes. Ruiz swings and misses on a breaking ball, and Drew Earhart slides in safely at second without a throw down.
Well, I got really bad news for the Bourne Braves and Frick. If Drew Earhart is not, he's maybe the 4th or 5th fastest guy out of this lineup for Hyannis. If you're going to let him steal without a throw, the Harbor Hawks are going to run wild in this game tonight.
And he only had a handful of stolen bases at Tampa. He's not
exactly.
a guy with elite speed. The 1-2 to Poncho Ruiz from Boxrucker is another breaking ball. Looked like the slider missed outside. 2-2, the count evens up to Poncho, the San Diego State Aztec. Started all but one game at San Diego State this spring, 54 out of 55, and was their everyday catcher for the most part. Some spurts at first base and DH. Here comes a 2-2 from Boxrucker. Fastball high, it's in on the ground to short. Peck is charging in. His throw to first is in time, but that allows Drew Earhart to move up to third. So the Hawks have another run 90 feet away with now 2 down.
That's the small ball we've been talking about. And just to go back on what you were saying with Drew Earhart, he
number
only
12
had 2
Florida
steals in
Atlantic,
57
Nolan
games
Shanuel.
this entire spring at Tampa. He's already cut that in half.
Nolan Shanuel will stand in now, out in right field today for the Hawks, and he's played a few different positions now for Hyannis. He was the everyday first baseman for a stint, then left field, a little bit of right field, so they're moving him around to get ready for the playoffs, where versatility will be key as Shanuel takes a called strike outside, 0-1.
Well, here's where Harwich was able to capitalize yesterday. 2 down, a runner on third base. They were able to get a base hit or somehow bring that guy home. So if it's a wild pitch here, if it's a base hit from Shanuel, just something timely for the Harbor Hawks to put up a crooked letter early would be great.
Inside, count evens up at 1 ball, 1 strike to Nolan Shanuel, the FAU stud, who's had his struggles on the Cape in terms of batting average, but if you look at the other metrics, his on-base percentage, his walk-to-strikeout ratio, you can see that it's all there for this guy.
Yeah.
You'll see in teams approach against him, they certainly pitch around the big first baseman. That's outside as well, 2-1.
I think batting average is an unfair assessment of Nolan Shanuel. How many times a game will we see him hit a ball really hard and either be caught at the warning track or right to a guy in the infield? His contact rates are way up. He just hasn't been able to hit the ball where they ain't.
I think that's what you look at is the walk-to-strikeout ratio, 24 walks to 23 strikeouts. He grounds that one to second. Matt Shaw's there. His throw to first is in time. That'll end the top of the first inning, but the Hawks do scratch across a run. Bottom of the first coming your way on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
Gannon's Tavern is the home of incredible wings, handcrafted cocktails, ice-cold beer, and Keno. Their innovative tavern menu features seafood, great sandwiches, steaks grilled to perfection, and stunning specialty dishes. There's no better place to watch your favorite New England pro football team than Gannon's Tavern, in their large bar or outside on their covered deck, complete with TV and sound. Gannon's Tavern, 959 Burses Way, Hyannis. Like them on Facebook and Instagram.
Yes, soon at Gannon's Tavern.
With Hood Milk, you can trust your family is getting high-quality milk in every nutritious and delicious drop. It begins here on farms that Hood selects, with farmers who uphold the highest standards and who pledge to never use artificial growth hormones. And you'll see that care continue right to your home with our Light Block bottle, which protects the fresh taste of your milk. At Hood, we never stop caring about our milk because you never stop caring about your family. Always good, always Hood.
Welcome back on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network, live from Doran Park, the home of the Bourne Braves, where the Harbor Hawks are looking to come in today, make it their home, and steal a win from the #2 team in the West Division, the Hawks at #1, as Tommy O'Rourke takes the bump for Hyannis, looking to give them a little bit of a better start tonight than, unfortunately, Jay Driver gave him a good start last night for a majority of it, but you look at his final stat line, 5 earned runs, and Driver was good last night, but O'Rourke has a chance here to be better.
Yeah, you've now effectively spoiled a couple of Driver's solid starts without offense being able to get going, and you're hoping with the offense on the board here early that you can go 3 up and 3 down. That's a key right here. A game of momentum, where Bourne has been pretty hot in their last 10. The Harbor Hawks have not. If you can gain momentum pitch by pitch, you're in a great spot. So maybe it's a lot to ask, and it is, especially against the first 5 guys in the Bourne lineup. But if you go out here 3 up, 3 down, you're in a great spot.
The Bourne Braves lineup is certainly deep, and there are no free outs here. Top to bottom, Bryce Eblin leads it off, followed by Matt Shaw, the second baseman, Mac Morvaith in center field batting third, Chris Brito, the cleanup hitter, playing first base, followed by Evan Slight, the left fielder, Ryan Enos batting 6th, playing third, John Peck, the shortstop, in the 7th spot, Thomas Frick, the catcher, batting 8th, and Nadir Lewis batting 9th and playing right field. Leadoff man Bryce Eblin stands in the DH today at .212 on the year. Not a eye-popping batting average as he takes ball 1.
Eblin's been a wizard in the field. He's usually sitting at second base or short, and surprised to see him get the DH spot, but maybe his schedule changes with the now not off day tomorrow.
Well, Mitch Jebb, one of the Hawks' better fielders, is in the DH spot as well. At this point in the year, you're looking to get guys rest, prepare for the playoffs. Counts 1-1 now to Eblin. O'Rourke, the breaking ball misses high for ball 2. 2-1 the count. Tommy O'Rourke from Stanford. 11 1/3 this summer for the Hawks. 16 hits, 7 earned runs, 11 strikeouts to 6 walks. He's pitched a couple of outings in relief. His last start came against Brewster about a week ago. He did make a relief appearance for a little bit in between those starts.
I look at that Brewster start, and he had 1 bad inning in the 4 that he threw. So if I'm Tommy O'Rourke, my objective is to maybe limit the damage in those innings where maybe you allow a couple guys on base.
2-1 breaking ball's a called strike, evens the count up to Eblin.
Well, that was a beautiful breaking ball there, too, from O'Rourke. Really good, the 12-6 curve working there. That's almost a little bit more speed. You're looking at Ty Good stuff.
The 2-2 fastball. Did Eblin go? The bat just left his shoulder. They'll confirm at third that he did not go, but an enticing pitch to swing at for a hitter.
Yeah, another good pitch there, back-to-back for O'Rourke, and Eblin was lucky to have laid off of that one. And you see the umpires putting one of the Bourne guys back behind the pitching screen.
Here comes the 3-2. Line drive to left field. That's going to get down for a leadoff single as Bryce Eblin's aboard.
Yeah, pretty good piece of hitting there for Eblin, and Tito Flores out in left. Pretty good time to catch the entire defense here for the Harbor Hawks.
It'll be Flores in left, Sirota in center, Nolan Shonowell out in right field, Drew Earhart at third, Dom Patelli at short, Riku Nishida at second, Jackson Ross, the first baseman, making his debut in the field. Pancho Ruiz doing the catching for Tommy O'Rourke, the starting pitcher.
Yeah.
First time we've seen this combination of Hawks.
Throw it out there that I made the lineups today, so that's why there are 2 Ponchos in the field.
Way to be, Drake. That one's a high chopper foul down the third base line.
Also, Cole McConnell's not in center. I think somebody forgot to fill in the entire defensive lineup for the Harbor Hawks, and that somebody was me.
Good thing we went through it, huh?
Oops. Good thing you didn't read the graphic.
No, I read what I have down on the scoreboard.
Yeah. The Dave Campbells?
Yes. Rip. O'Rourke comes set. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Matt Shaw. Thought about swinging, but the talented right-handed hitter holds up and makes the count 1-1. Now, Matt Shaw on the season is no short of spectacular. 374 batting average and 131 at-bats. Some may say that's Mitch Jebb level.
No, that'll play. Matt Shaw's almost as good as Mitch Jebb. Jebb does trail him by 8 points in batting average, but only 8 points. That has really shrunk.
Hard hit ground ball, foul down the left side of the field as the count moves to 1-2 to Matt Shaw.
And, of course, last time these two teams saw each other, what did Matt Shaw do? Hit for the cycle.
Was that the last time we saw them?
That was the last time we saw Bourne.
A month ago.
Shaw to go along with his 374 averages, 5 homers and 19 runs batted in. O'Rourke with the 1-2. Popped foul off towards the construction area that serves as the backdrop for the Bourne Braves Park.
Yeah, so O'Rourke's got a 1-2 count on Shaw here. So you got a couple pitches to work with if you need to, and you're in a scenario where you don't want to squander it. Don't throw him a strike here. You're facing the best hitter on Cape Cod average-wise. Give him something to look at. Hope he whiffs at it, too.
O'Rourke comes set with the count at 1-2 to Matt Shaw. Runner off at first, Eblin had a big jump, but got some help from Jackson Ross at first base. Did O'Rourke. He yelled step off, and that's what O'Rourke did. 1-2 the count to the most dangerous hitter in the Cape Cod Baseball League in the name of Matt Shaw. O'Rourke with the pitch. Fastball low in the zone at the feet of Poncho. Runner goes. The throw to second base is not in time.
Yeah, Poncho lost that in between his cleats and made a very good throw on a play that probably shouldn't have been as close as it was, but Eblin got the jump, and now with the count even and the machine, better known as Matt Shaw at the plate.
Zach, I think we lied to the people. That wasn't the last time these two teams played that he hit the cycle.
I believe it was. It was the 8-1 game.
No, we played in between then.
18-10.
The 18-10. Was it?
The 2-2. Hard hit line drive to first. The throw to second is in time. It's a double play. Ross catches it on a line. He fires to second. They double off Eblin, and suddenly the bases are empty and there's 2 down.
Hey, welcome to first base, Jackson Ross. The first time he's done that for the Harbor Hawks. And what did I say? 3 up, 3 down is the goal here. You got 2 of those unconventionally, but holy crap, that throw almost got away too. But Riku Nishida, right in the palm of the glove, was able to pick that up, hold on to it. Harbor Hawks, there's 2 down.
That brings up Mac Horvath, the 3-hitter and the center fielder. 254 batting average on the season. He's already behind 0-1. That certainly gives O'Rourke a boost of confidence with the bases empty. The pitch, called strike, 0-2.
Man, if that slider there is working for Tommy O'Rourke, we've seen it at his best. That's a great pitch there in the 0-1, and quickly Horvath is down in the count.
The 0-2, he goes after a high fastball, sends it foul off towards the concession stand down the left field side.
Is it just me, or are these Harbor Hawk pitchers working faster in between pitches than we've seen earlier this season? I feel like we're watching Tommy O'Rourke go bang, 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 as opposed to taking some time in between each pitch.
The 0-2, swung on and missed. He gets him swinging on a breaking ball in the dirt. Poncho throws to first to clean it up. And it results in a 1-2-3 inning thanks to a double play and a punch-out. The first inning of baseball is complete from Doran Park. Your score, Hyannis 1, Bourne 0 on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
Hey, Mama, what's up?
Did you switch my service from Verizon to T-Mobile?
Yep. T-Mobile has the only nationwide 5G.
Well, Mr. Know-It-All, let's see if you right about that.
Mama. Hey, Mama, I'm working.
It works at the pie shop.
T-Mobile's 5G works inside and out. Hey, what you need, Mama? I'm trying to watch the game with my boys.
It works in the park.
Oh, okay. Mama?
It works at the aquarium, in the parking garage, at the beach, in the elevator. It works in the movie theater, too. Oh, shush yourself. I'm talking to my baby.
You're driving me crazy.
I was just calling you to say thank you, baby. I love you.
I love you too, Mama. Yes, Mama.
It works in the kitchen.
Hell, Mama.
Mama?
5G, it works in the cloud.
Who are you in a club with?
Welcome back to Doran Park, top of the second inning from the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network. And Drake Toll, we did some digging in between innings.
Yeah,
and we
man,
found out
I've got egg all over my face, as you can see here. I'm eating a big old fat thing of crow. Definitely not osprey. This is not osprey, just crow. Zach, 8-1 the final. Matt Shaw goes 4 for 5, but finishes with a cycle and a win against the Harbor Hawks the last time these two teams played. You were exactly right. I just want to come out publicly and apologize.
Yeah, no, as that happened, I mean, the booth cam just caught me getting, what do you call it, ambushed by a bee, so.
Leading off the second for Hyannis, the first
I think it's
baseman,
called
number 37 out of Florida Atlantic, Jackson Ross.
Hey, Jackson Ross did the dish, though. That's pretty good.
Hey, how about that play that he made to lock up the first inning?
Brad Johnson. Hey, Brad. Said it's a great day to be a Hawk. Is that the wind?
That is the wind.
Wow. Well, it's certainly ripping through Doran Park as the first pitch misses low to Jackson Ross. Strong winds here tonight where we welcome you, Austin Dakota, Drake Toll, and Zach Berman live from the beach.
Which one am I?
You're Drake Toll for tonight.
Cool.
Here's the 1-0 to Ross. At the knees, a called strike, and apparently the zone's going to be a bit low tonight.
Yeah, no kidding. And Boxrucker couldn't catch the throw back from Frick. You see Frick threw that right at his feet, so that's a good sign. The guy's already struggled a little bit tonight. We'll see if he can continue to do that. I would prefer that he does.
The 1-1. Low and out this time, 2-1 the count to Ross. And the Hawks have been aggressive on the bases so far. Riku Nishida stole the base, Drew Earhart stole the base. Technically, Mitch Jebb was caught stealing, and Riku may be credited with a stolen base coming home on that play.
Yeah, you're right. So he should be tied now.
Ross rips one down the line, foul, just skips to the left of the third base bag. The third base umpire had to dance out of the way, so he couldn't get a great view of it, but it does appear that it skipped to the left of the bag.
All right, I'm looking at point streak right now. They ruled that Riku Nishida, in fact, stole home.
Okay, so Riku Nishida is now tied with Mitch Jebb.
52 combined.
26 apiece. That is an incredible number. In the same lineup, batting back-to-back.
Dang.
26 stolen bases for Riku Nishida, 26 for Mitch Jebb. Make it 52 total for the two Hawks atop the lineup. Boxrucker from the windup here, 2-2 to the count to the newbie Jackson Ross. Misses low, and Ross now has a full count as Boxruckers unfortunately had to throw a plethora of pitches early on. That was pitch number 31.
Yeah, this is the kind of guy that you want to get his count up because once he gets in that groove, he can start getting guys out easy.
The 3-2 misses inside, ball 4. Second walk issued tonight by Cade Boxrucker.
Just want to toss this one out here. I love when the Harbor Hawks play against really good pitchers because they always seem to have that knack for or an eye for how to come after them. And right now, Cade Boxrucker's struggling to find the strike zone, and the Harbor Hawks have got a couple hits off him already. Boxrucker sits 89 and 93, tops out at 96, throws a slider, the changeup, and right now, no matter what he's given the Harbor Hawks, they've been all over it.
And between 98 games at Florida Atlantic and at Keene this summer, Jackson Ross has just 2 stolen bases. He's over at first base. The Hawks have been aggressive tonight.
Yeah, plenty enough to steal against Frick tonight, apparently.
Patelli at the plate, 0-1 now the count as he fouls the first pitch off. Don Patelli has become a consistent bat in this lineup at 252 now.
Yeah, worth mentioning, too, these Harbor Hawks have the most walks drawn of any team on Cape Cod. Even had 9 yesterday, so as there's another ball low taken by Patelli, they're not going to strike out very often. They're going to walk a lot. They don't strike out very often. They're second best in the league, and that just goes such a long way in the postseason, too. It's those little stats that are so big.
Here's the 1-1. Patelli swings weakly, flies it down the left field line, and a nice catch made by the Bourne sideline reporter, Ethan Frank.
Oh, off the netting, got it one-handed, Odell Beckham style, snagged it over the shoulder.
Guy's got all of the ladies looking his way right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Even gave you a pose on the fence.
Yeah, he did.
Look at him lean on the fence.
Taking pictures of him now? Jeez.
Cool guy. Here comes the 1-2 to Don Patelli. Goes after a pitch up in the zone, skies it to left center field. A couple of Bourne Braves converging on it, but it's the left fielder Slight who makes the catch for out number 1.
Worth bringing up, as we mentioned how the Harbor Hawks have been so speedy this season, the league leader
fielder,
in
number
stolen
34 out of
bases in
Michigan,
Major League
Tito
Baseball, the
Flores.
Miami Marlins.
John Birdie.
Yeah. Miami Marlins, guess how many they have? They have 83. Hyannis, that's in 103 games, by the way. Hyannis, at this point, they've got 93 through their 43 games. Granted, it's a much different game.
Did you
but
say 83 the Marlins
Yeah,
have?
they're the league leaders. They're the league leaders in the MLB.
That's what we said yesterday. The Major League Baseball is expanding the width of the bases to entice a stolen base because it has vanished. As Tito Flores skies it to center field. Coming in is Horvath, and he gets under it, makes the catch for out number 2, but the Hawks run, and they run, and they run some more than Major League Baseball teams run.
It seems like the Harbor Hawks have really brought back a team that harkens back to a different era of baseball.
Well, this is how it's played down the Cape, though. Small ball with stolen bases.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's too different than years past. I mean, it just depends on how you build your team and the collection of talent you have. You saw Katuitt at the beginning of the year. They stole 20 bases or so within the first week.
Yeah.
And that's kind of faltered a bit as the years progressed. But this is how Cape baseball is. It's stolen bases, it's bunts, it's small ball. As the pickoff move to first is not in time for Jackson Ross.
Get ready for this. Nishida and Jeb, 26 stolen bases each, 52 combined.
Yes.
I was looking to see how many Major League teams that's more than their entire clubs.
I'm going to say, can I guess?
Yeah.
20.
15.
I was going to say 15.
15
Look at
Major
that.
League, half the Major Leagues have not stolen as many bases as that one's fouled off as Riku Nishida and Mitch Jeb come. I was going to label like the teams. I thought it'd be 4 or 5.
Yeah.
No, it's 15 of them.
Mind you,
Who's
this
the slowest
is in
team in the
44
majors right
games.
now?
that these guys have
44
done this.
games. These guys have played 104. The Minnesota Twins have stolen 17 this season.
Who won the count to Mike Sirota?
That's a Gary Sanchez effect talking there.
Pickoff move back in safely again is Jackson Ross. Evidently, the scouting report says even though he only had 2 stolen bases in 90-plus games,
Right.
check on him early and often.
We're not checking Jeb. We're not checking Nishida. Just Jackson Ross.
Yep.
Ha.
Mike Sirota in the 9-hole today, sporting a .350 batting average. He takes inside and up. Been in a little bit of a skid the last couple of days, but that skid has only lowered his batting average from 400 to .350.
And this lineup's funky today too with Sirota in the 9-hole. But this might be my favorite lineup the Hawks have sported all year. Riku Nishida's in the on-deck circle. They don't stop coming.
The 1-1 outside and low. 2-1 the count now to Mike Sirota, the Northeastern star.
Look at that. There are not that many, there are, if any, lineups in the Cape Cod Baseball League that are so deep where you can have a guy that is batting .350 in your 9-hole.
That's strategic, though. It's not. Yeah.
The 2-1. Breaking ball. Just misses a bit low, I guess. 3-1 the count.
Thank you very much, Mr. Home Plate Umpire. That was very kind of you. We would like one more of those if you don't mind, and then Riku Nishida comes to the dish.
Ross off of first after he drew a walk to lead off this inning. A couple of flyouts, put 2 down now, with the 9-hitter Mike Sirota at the plate facing a 3-1 count. Here's the 3-1 from Box Rucker. High fastball. Sirota got out and ahead of it. Skies it down the left field line out of play. He was on top of that pitch.
Yeah, he was, and that's probably outside of the strike zone, too, right around the numbers for Sirota. And so with a 3-2 count here, try to foul one off till you get one that you like or take a walk. No action in the Bourne bullpen, and, man, you can't afford to. Going into the playoffs here so soon, and especially with the game tomorrow for Bourne, they've got to keep their bullpen intact as much as possible, which is really going to be hard for these guys.
Boxrucker now at 41 pitches on the day. The 3-2. Runner goes. It's ball 4.
Wow.
Another walk for Cade Boxrucker, his 3rd tonight, and that puts Mike Sirota on first. Jackson Ross moves up to second. You get back to the top of the order in Riku Nishida, who is hitting the ball really well off Cade Boxrucker this season. Another hit in his first AB tonight.
Second baseman
Well,
number 3,
if there's a better situation for the Hyannis Harbor Hawks all year than runners on, Riku and Mitch Jeb do up, then I don't know what is.
Well, that might do it. That might be it, Austin. Could we have gotten the jinx there, Zach Berman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 down. Here's Nishida, the first pitch to Riku. Misses low, 1-0 the count.
There's a tight zone today. Cade Boxrucker's really having to work, and when you're struggling with your command already and the zone seems to evade you, that does not help.
The right-hander comes set once more, checks the runner off of second, now comes home with the 1-0, also misses low, 2-0.
Well, Boxrucker's single game high for walks this whole season was 4 in that 1-1 tie here against the Hawks in 3 innings on June 25th. Since then, he hasn't walked any more than 3 batters per game, so he's getting up there where if he walks one more, he's going to tie his season high. Not a guy that typically pitches to contact. Like you did mention, though, Austin, walks can be that one little caveat.
Yeah, it seemed to come back to bite him here, the 2-0. Called strike that time.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I mean, if we were going to call that a ball earlier, guess we can start calling it a strike now. It probably is one, but keeping it consistent would be cool.
Yeah, none of that yet. 2-1 now the count to Nishida. First and second, 2 down. You guys were talking about how today may affect Boxrucker due to him going through his prep and routine yesterday only for the game to be canceled, and it seems that could be the case.
I think so. The guy's thrown 25 balls to 21 strikes.
Here's the 2-1 to Nishida. He requested time. It wasn't granted. Boxrucker comes home with it anyway, and it's a ball in the dirt.
And
Riku
Nishida says, thank you.
Thank you for not granting it. My bad.
That's good. Yeah, Boxrucker now with the runner on first and second with Nishida at the dish. 26 balls, 21 strikes in his 47 pitches. And the Harbor Hawks are getting after it right now, and it starts with their ability to not chase pitches.
Boxrucker profusely sweating. You can see it on the mound with the sun shining
profusely.
Bright. The 3-1. Nishida, hard hit ground ball right side. Shaw plays it on a hop. Throw to first is in time to end the inning. The Hawks do strand a pair, but they make Boxrucker work as we're through 1.5 at Doran Park. Back in a moment for the bottom of the second frame here on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
We all have obstacles, challenges at different points in life. I still push myself every single day, and the harder I push myself, the more I find myself drawn to wearing UFOs. The first time I put on a pair of UFOs, it was like someone released the pressure. It was so crazy. When you are recovered and can do more, that has a compounding effect on all aspects of your life. Stepping into a pair of UFOs, they're truly one of a kind. There's nothing like them.
Best ever? Good question. Wait, why'd he sound like Dr. J in your head? I've always sounded like Dr. J in my head, which means Dr. J's outside voice sounds like my inside voice? Which Coke? The doc would know. He got the world to call him doctor without going to med school. There's only one best ever.
So what if I told you Tommy O'Rourke's back on the mound?
I would say that I believe you after he went 3 up, 3 down at the bottom of the first, and I'm closing my eyes. Oh, it's him. It's him.
Oh, it is.
It's
Funny
him.
how that works.
Wow,
when you
me.
pitch well, you come back for the second inning. O'Rourke will.
He's got such a bright smile, too.
He does.
I've been looking at
Yeah, I
his
know.
teeth, and wow, that guy has a set of
Leading off the
chompers.
second for
Beautiful.
Bourne, the first baseman, number 28, out of
Wow.
Rutgers, Christopher
I
Brito.
wish I had teeth like that.
Yeah?
I'm fine with my teeth, but geez, that guy smiles, and, well, you could light up Lowell Park. Ha! Take that.
Bottom of the second inning. It's the cleanup hitter, Chris Brito, due to lead us off, as O'Rourke will have to work through 4, 5, 6 here for the first time tonight. The right-hander goes into the windup. A first pitch breaking ball comes across high. That was a called strike in Brewster because the umpire there didn't seem to think that if it comes across above the letters that it was a ball.
Yeah, crazy. We tried to warn him between innings, but wasn't happening.
There's the breaking ball called strike this time, 1-1. Looked like maybe
Sure.
O'Rourke's front door slider.
Yeah, we didn't talk about it then, but we were given an official NCAA violation warning.
Yes, we were.
Yep, that's kind of bad.
The 1-1. That's up 2-1 the count. Now on point streak, for some reason, they have the hitter as
Kuroda Grauer.
Joshua Kuroda Grauer. That is not him. That is Chris Brito at the plate, as announced by the PA announcer and Bourne as well. That one's inside, swung on. It was a fastball at 92, and behind it was Brito. The count evens up at 2-2.
Hello there, Mr. Fastball.
Yeah.
He blew it by him. All right. I'll
Ramps
bet.
it up,
He threw
huh?
him 3 breaking balls and a fastball, and Brito said, nope, I don't want any of that.
The 2-2 breaking ball, and that was
Oh,
right down the
boy.
plate, but just called the ball.
That's a strike.
3-2 now the count.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Ooh, that hurts. Oh.
If you're throwing BP, that's called a strike.
Right in the chest. That got me.
Here comes the 3-2 from O'Rourke, fouled off into the netting.
Oh, man.
Do you remember, I believe it was a couple days ago, that Todd Frazier, who, of course, he and Brito both went to Rutgers, went on and said, like, how is this guy not in the major leagues?
What?
Huh? Yeah,
Or
you gotta
how is he
start
not
over.
drafted by a major? Todd Frazier asked on Twitter, how is Chris Brito not drafted by?
Ooh, no,
Misses it.
yeah.
Called strike 3, delayed, and I mean delayed strike 3 call. And that's out number 1. We were
Left
about
fielder,
to
number
flip out of our
27,
chair.
Dude, I'd have lost it. That'd have been the one. That'd have been the one.
Yeah.
Headline reads, broadcaster runs on field, and then gets NCAA official violation warning. That'd have been my second of the year. You know what that means? Winner.
That's what it means.
If you get 2 of them, yeah. They give you a little stub. You go down to Kilwins, get you a scoop.
First pitch to Evan Slight, breaking ball, called strike on the outside part of the plate. Evan Slight's been consistently one of the best hitters in this lineup. 302 average, 2 homers, 13 runs driven in, and 109 at-bats. So he's done it over a consistent period of time as that's fouled off.
Austin, what did you tell me before the game? This Bourne Braves lineup just seems to have the perfect guys in perfect places. Slight, when you're batting where he is, perfect 5-hitter, right?
Yeah, it seems like Shaw, Horvath, Brito, and Slight, they fit perfectly 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, Brito has that advanced power. Slight's a really consistent 300 hitter who drives and runs, not as much power, but really fits well. The 0-2 is a high fastball outside. Show me what you got, Tommy O'Rourke. It's a 94-mile-an-hour heater.
That guy feels good right now. You can tell. I mean, when he's throwing the fastball with a little extra oomph, a little extra velo, letting it fly right here because his breaking ball is just falling in right where he needs it today.
The 1-2 now to Slight. That one's driven to center field. A soft line drive. It's going to fall in for a base hit. Slight pulls into first with a 1-out single.
That's not a pitch you want to throw in that situation. It was a bit of a hanging breaking ball and Slight. That's why he's hitting where he is. Not tries to do too much with the ball. Just sort of lofts it into right center field. Cole McConnell can't track it down. And for the second straight inning, you got O'Rourke, who's got to deal with guys on base. It's something he's gotten gradually better at this season. But this Bourne lineup, they can put up runs in bunches.
Ryan Hyannis back up now. We saw him last time the Hawks played in that game in which Matt Shaw hit for the cycle.
Yeah, he did do that, didn't he? That sucked.
Hyannis, a newer addition, just 26 at-bats on the year. He's had a couple against the Hawks, as I mentioned. He shows bunt, pulls it back, and it's going to be called a ball.
That was a good pitch there from O'Rourke. Just missed with the fastball a couple inches off the outside of the plate. I think if you give it to him again and Poncho's able to get a good frame on it, you might get that call.
Wind picking up a bit. It was ripping through here earlier. Flag still blowing out to left center.
A little chilly.
Are you cold? Get your sweatshirt on.
Yep.
The 1-0 fouled off, back off the netting, and we're into August now. August 2nd, and it only heats up down here on the Cape as August approaches, and Drake Toll doesn't feel that way.
Drake,
I don't think it's true.
It's not like Texas where August is the most miserable month of the year, but it definitely gets hotter. I'd say August the hottest month of the year in Massachusetts for sure.
Oh, no.
End of July was warm, but August usually...
Yeah, no, the end of July was awful, and now getting into August,
it usually gets
it's
warmer.
frigid.
Frigid.
Yeah, that's the word. I used it for my Wordle today.
Oh, how'd
Was
you do?
that the Wordle answer?
Bunt down the third base side. It's a good one. Earhart barehands. His throw to first is not in time. A beautiful bunt by Ryan Hyannis. Puts runners on first and second with just one down.
Well, he popped it effectively straight up, but only went about 10 feet in the air and then dropped down so quickly with so much English that Earhart couldn't get there in time, and it caught everybody off guard. So not a perfect bunt if Earhart's playing in, but they read the defense well, and it pays off for Bourne. Good gamesmanship there from Scott Landers.
John Peck, the shortstop today, stands in here with one down. Runners off first and second. Scott Landers, the Bourne manager, certainly in the running for manager of the year.
Yeah, he's definitely on the short list, even for us. We talked pregame. I mean, Beatty and Landers are probably the 1 and 2.
Seems to push the right buttons, does Landers, whenever the Bourne Braves need him. And, well, John Peck was not expecting a curveball as he swings at a pitch that bounced in front of home plate.
How do they typically do these awards? They announce, are there 3 finalists, 2 finalists?
So what they do is, while the field is being watered, and it's 5:40 before a game, the PA announcer announces all the awards, and nobody's there to receive them.
But get this, they scream it as loud as humanly possible.
Oh, no, we're thinking Brewster.
Oh, that was Brewster? That's not how I think the league does it the same way. They send everybody to Stony Brook.
And then they just do that?
And they do it, yeah, same deal. No awards, though.
That one misses up. 1-1 the count.
No, actually, Zach, this has no affiliation to the Cape Cod Baseball League.
The awards are done by Baseball America
That
through
is
Jeff
correct.
Ponce.
Pontes, I believe.
Pontes, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
why not?
Well,
sorry, Jeff. Him and I talked before the game, actually. You hear that?
I did.
I was asking for a delay on our ballot because we have not gotten that one in yet.
It's been a busy week getting our graphics ready for the postseason. What can you do when you're winning games?
Oh, we got a lot to debut.
The 1-1, that's flown down the right field line. It's just going to be a loud foul ball to make the count 1-2.
Well, and I'm not going to short all of us because the one person who did send in their ballot to our group was Zach Berman.
Yes, I did.
And it was all Harbor Hawks.
No,
so
it was all Harbor
Hawks.
And Marcus Brown. So we may have to cut down a little bit.
There was about 15 blank spots.
Yeah, I put blank spots in for guys that I was not sure
No
of.
GM of the year either, so.
They didn't put GM of the
Oh,
year.
they did. Yep, that was it's very much on there.
Well,
I'll make sure Nick Johnson remembers that.
Yeah. They're taking the flag back.
The 1-2. Fastball flown down the right field line again, same spot.
Oh, man. And you just hope, since we're at a construction site, that it doesn't hit any of the construction, because you got so much that's being built here at Doran Park, including the away bleachers that don't exist quite yet. But that's okay. They're coming one of these days.
Yeah, I'm excited to see them next year here in Buzzards Bay.
Come back when we're alumni, 30 years old, for broadcast day at Bourne, and there will be.
This might not be the last time we're here this month.
That is true. I'd hope we don't come back. No offense to Bourne, but I don't want to see this Braves team in the postseason. They're incredibly talented. They're a fiery group. But if there's one thing that's certain, I do not want to play Bourne in the playoffs.
Well, you know what they say. To be the best, you got to beat the best.
Who's they?
I believe just a saying.
Oh.
First and second, one down. The count 1-2 to John Peck. Here's the pitch from Tommy O'Rourke. Breaking ball misses. Maybe came in a bit inside and high. 2-2.
Yeah, I'm looking at my list right now. Let's see. Who did I not put down Harbor? Batting prospect, I put down Shaw. Power prospect, Tyler Johnson of Katuitt.
So 2.
Loma Vita for defensive catcher.
3.
Marcus Brown for shortstop.
Okay, 4 is respectable. That's respectable. The 2-2 inside.
Oh, boy.
Good pitch from O'Rourke. Just couldn't find today's zone.
I mean, you don't want to be biased, but at the same time, the Harbor Hawks have been that good where you have to consider them for plenty of categories.
Also, it was Dorothy Hamill, world-famous harpsichordist, who said, to be the world's best, you have to beat the world's best.
That's where it came from.
She did. Great, legendary harpsichordist.
Her and Scott Ross.
Yeah, exactly.
The 3-2. Ball 4, that will load the bases. A tough situation now for Tommy O'Rourke after back-to-back singles and a walk. Loads him up for the 8-hitter Tomas Frick.
Well, a 1-2 count to start there on Peck, and then John Peck just fought off pitch after pitch after pitch until Tommy O'Rourke tossed him 3 balls in a row after the 1-2 count. And so now you juice him up. You got Thomas coming to the dish, Frick, out of North Carolina. He's batting 136. And then behind Frick is Nadir Lewis, who's batting 0-0-0 with 4 strikeouts in 6 at-bats. So, both of these guys you got an okay chance against.
Non-visit here from Kevin Ohm to talk things over with his pitcher today, Tommy O'Rourke. Bases loaded situation. See if the Hawks can navigate their way through it as we are now almost an hour into this game, bottom of the second inning here from Doran Park. If you're just joining us, Austin Akuta, Zach Berman to my right, Drake Toll to my left. We figured out who's who for this inning.
I think so. I was confused earlier. I forgot if I was the Zach or that Zach.
Well, it depends where we are. So
okay. Well, we're in Buzzards Bay, so
right.
in Bourne, I would be Zach. That would be Drake.
Yes.
So Tomas Frick comes to the plate sporting a 136 batting average, 6 for 44 on the season as he's 12 strikeouts to 5 walks. Still looking to get into a groove here, and this is a big spot for him to do so. O'Rourke leans in and gets the signs from Poncho Ruiz. The bases are loaded. 1 down here in the bottom of the second inning. The right-hander comes set, brings home a slider that misses low, 1-0.
How many times have we said this, where a pitcher's got good stuff and he's just not getting the calls? It just seems like another case of that tonight.
That was a little low on that one. We'll see if he can get back in the zone here.
I think I was okay with that call.
There's a strike, and it's called as such, 1-1.
I think it was take all the way for Tomas Frick.
I would say so.
So, yeah, now that's lifted, and, you can maybe he'll bunt it. They can throw the ball to Poncho at home plate. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Got that on camera.
Yeah, we did.
1-1.
That's a strike. Oh, we got to call that.
Oh.
2-1. Breaking ball, low in the zone, right at the knees, comes across the plate about an inch above the knees, certainly catches all the plate. You got to get that call. Both of these pitchers are getting a real tight zone today.
O'Rourke comes set now behind in the count, the 2-1. Frick pops
Infield
it up,
fly.
shallow right field. Nishida camps under it. The infield fly is called, and he makes the catch for out number 2. That is big by Riku Nishida. If you can camp under it as he did, the infield fly comes into play.
Riku got just enough of a read on it where he could stick his glove up and get the infield fly called. But once again, Riku Nishida, we've seen him grow defensively as the season's gone on.
And he's able to camp under it, and if you're a camp under it, establish your position, as we know, infield fly with at least first and second occupied and less than 2 outs.
Nadir Lewis at the dish now, the 9-hole hitter for Bourne. 0 batting average, 4 strikeouts in his first 6 at-bats, looking for his first hit on Cape Cod, and boy, that's a strike now? All right, that's new. I'll accept that. Thank you very much. That one's about an inch or 2 below the knees there. Looked like it was fairly squarely out of the zone, but O'Rourke gets the call on the fastball, and there's a fun little gift that Nadir Lewis probably doesn't like very much.
No, he does not.
Didn't help that guy out.
2 down, bases remain loaded. That one's a ball inside. 1-1 the count as Lewis, who's searching for his first hit, his first walk, his first anything besides a strikeout or an out in his first 6 at-bats here, has an even count at 1 apiece.
Yeah.
Saw Nadir Lewis chatting it up with Jackson Emis before the game. Of course, both come from Princeton in the Ivy League.
The 1-1. High fastball, and it's outside, and it's high, and it count moves to 2-1.
Former Harbor Hawk Scott Bandura, also a Princeton guy, so the guys in blue have seen their fair share of Princeton Tigers.
O'Rourke leans in as the right-hander gets the signs from Poncho Ruiz. Lewis in the left-handed batter's box with the bases loaded. O'Rourke, here comes a 2-1. Called strike right down the dish. 2-2, the count evens up, and Tommy O'Rourke, with the bases loaded, now has a 2-2 count with 2 down.
O'Rourke sitting right now at 55 pitches, 56 now, 28 strikes, 18 balls.
O'Rourke gets the signs, comes set. Big pitch upcoming here for the right-hander. The 2-2 on its way. It's in the dirt. It's blocked by Poncho, and there's where he's improved so much in recent weeks. Nothing gets by Ruiz as he saves the ball from going to the backstop. Count moves to full.
Yeah, that's maybe with earlier in the season, Poncho, that gets by him, and this game is tied. Not the case. He has improved defensively so much, and it's been such a joy to watch.
3-2, 2 down. The bases are loaded, so everyone will be off on the pitch. Big spot here, nowhere to put Lewis. O'Rourke comes set. The payoff pitch. Outside, high, and ball 4. He walks in a run as the train's coming off the tracks a bit here for Tommy O'Rourke, and that gets you back to the top of the order. That was a prime spot, Drake, to get out of the inning facing the 9-hole hitter.
Yep, guy that's batting 0 for 6 with 4 strikeouts coming into that at-bat in the 9-hole. Can't adjust the wood bat on Cape Cod so far, and he's got 2 strikes on him, and you dish him a walk. So now you got to deal with Bryce Eblin, who's hitting instead 220, and the guy has 99 at-bats on Cape Cod. So not really what you wanted to do there. Walk in a run in the bottom of the 2nd inning.
And face a guy who's already 1 for 1 off you tonight in the form of Eblin, as you mentioned. Outside, 1-0. O'Rourke struggling to find the petite strike zone.
Yeah,
that's a good
small strike zone today. But even still, that ball 4 was squarely a ball.
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
that bad. I think they were all pretty much besides the 1-1.
Yeah,
the 1-0. Ground ball back up the middle. It's going to get into center field, past the diving Patelli. 1 run scores. Coming around from second is Peck. It's a 2 RBI single for Bryce Eblin, and Bourne has now stormed ahead to a 3-1 lead.
Walks are not your friend. And every time, as of recent, we've seen the Harbor Hawk pitching staff get into walk trouble, whereas earlier in the year they've been able to get out of it. It's bit him as of late, and you can't put yourself in a situation where you're coming in against a guy that is 2 for 2 against you in this season on Cape Cod, and he does just what he has to do right up the middle.
It's like Groundhog Day. You just stranded the bases loaded, and then you walk a guy in with the bases loaded for the other team. It's like Groundhog Day. Every game seems to follow the same pattern in the last 10 games or so, and that's not a very good one.
Well, swing and a miss by Matt Shaw. I was about to say, it doesn't get easier for O'Rourke with 2 outs. And we said it before, Drake. As soon as the Bourne started to put together a rally here with 2 down, or even with 1 out, the other teams in this league, Harwich last night, have been able to put together rallies with 1 or 2 outs, where the Harbor Hawks, even in situations with nobody down, just can't seem to string hits together.
Nope. Bases juiced.
The 0-1. Called strike, 0-2. So O'Rourke has no problem pitching to the best hitter in the league.
Right.
Back-to-back strikes from the right-hander.
No, but you get a guy who's 0 for 6 with 4 strikeouts, and watch out.
And
pitch around him. You got to pitch around him.
And it wasn't even like in that Nadir Lewis at bat that any of those calls were controversial.
O'Rourke comes set ahead of Matt Shaw, 0-2. The right-hander brings home a fastball. He challenges Shaw, and he fouls it off. It's going to go right behind us and wind up in the construction zone, in which a couple of kids army crawl under the netting and avoid a bulldozer to get the souvenir.
Oh, man, you see that bulldozer? That guy doesn't have a rear-view mirror, so didn't know if hopes everybody's safe.
0-2 the count to Shaw.
Buzzards Bay is dangerous.
O'Rourke, a big deep breath. Here's the pitch. Shaw slaps it out to right field, charging into Shonwell. He makes the catch to put an end to an inning that got out of hand pretty quickly and allowed the Bourne Braves to storm ahead 3-1 as they take the lead. We're heading to the top of the 3rd on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
Diet Coke? Were you my mom?
You should be so lucky, because you know what moms do? Well, I suppose we should start with the whole giving you life thing. It seems like that should be enough. No? Okay. What about her ability to send shockwaves through the neighborhood without saying a word? Or whip up a ridiculous handmade costume that you forgot to tell her about? Not to make you happy, but because she had a reputation to uphold. She invented rideshare, called it carpool, and did it for free. She didn't need those dating apps either. You copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music.
Why not?
Oh, and she can win any argument in 4 words.
Because I said so.
Everything you're trying to do, she's already done it, did it better, and she did it with a Diet Coke in her hand. So, drink what your mama gave you.
Back here for the top of the 3rd inning on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network. Cade Boxrucker's day is done, Zach, as they bring in a new right-hander.
Wow, this is one of the shorter outings we've seen from Boxrucker all season. As Boxrucker,
Grundy.
They brought his count up, and Cade Grundy now in the new pitcher. And, well, things aren't going to get any easier. Grundy's got a 1.95 ERA through 23 innings.
And he threw 5 innings of 1-run baseball in his last start, so it's not like you're getting to the bullpen. This is a guy who started 3 games and who could go multiple innings.
Give me Bourne in round 1 now. And here's why I say that. Who are they going to throw? I mean, you got Boxrucker just went out. Now you're going through Grundy, who's one of your better pitchers. Who are they going to throw in? They're going to play Katuitt tomorrow, and if they win this one, it's a battle for the West. Give me Bourne round 1 because they're going to have 0 pitching staff.
And you're also going to be dealing with a team that, whereas Hyannis is going to be rested, Hyannis is going to have the day off tomorrow no matter what. Bourne is going to be coming off of a really tough slugfest of a game.
Well, plenty of baseball left here at Doran Park. Top of the 3rd inning. Mitch Jebb, the 2-hitter today, will stay in game. He's 1 for 1 today with a base hit.
Mitch Jebb.
And this is where you need guys like
Zach,
Mitch Jebb. Yeah.
Mitch Jebb's batting 366. Matt Shaw's batting 368.
Oh, we're
getting close. Today might be the day where they flip-flop places, and Mitch Jebb
Boy.
asserts himself at first in the league in batting average and takes home the Thurman Munson batting title.
I'd be a happy camper.
That would be so
And
so
the league
cool.
MVP, for
That
sure.
could be 2 years in a row where the Hawks have taken home the batting title.
Much different seasons, though.
Yeah. Called strike to Jeb. Owen won the count to Mitch, who's at DH today. A day off from the field. Drake, we saw him pregame. He seemed pretty pumped up to be at the DH spot. Said he's getting ready to slug, is what he said, I believe.
Yep. We saw him in the bathroom.
The 0-1 from Grundy misses for a ball. Count evens up 1-1.
He was coming out as we were going in and said hello, him and Don Patelli, and then he said he was DH today, and he brought the pitching machine with him into the bathroom. Guy's just feeling it today.
The 1-1. Jeb turns on one, serves it at first. There's Brito. He makes the play. 3 unassisted for out number 1.
You know,
Third baseman number 36 out of Tampa.
I still like this lineup. I wish Cole McConnell was in it. I think that's a big loss, especially the defense of Cole McConnell. But up and down, it doesn't matter how good the lineups have been for the Harbor Hawks in the last 10 days. Hits haven't really been an issue. They're first in the league in OBP now. Their OBP went up after yesterday's game. They scored one run.
Called strike up at the above the letters and outside. Owen won the count to the third baseman, who's walked and stole a base so far tonight, but was left stranded.
It's just a matter of if the Harbor Hawks can put up just a 5-spot here.
Called strike to Earhart. 0-2 on a low pitch.
In the game, not even in the inning, just 5 runs in this game.
They need it. They haven't scored. I mean, the YD game, okay, they had a solid couple of games mixed in, but in general, the last 10 games have not been pretty.
No, and
I don't even know what to say about the YD game because YD was throwing a pitcher that was very clearly not Cape caliber, and he was yanked after third of an inning, and after that, the Harbor Hawks only scratched 2 across.
Called strike 3. Down goes Drew Earhart on a pitch that's down and out for out number 2.
But wouldn't you know, Boxrucker laid an egg today, and the Harbor Hawks said, "It's okay, buddy. We'll pick you up. We don't have to do too much damage against it." And that's, again, another story of the Harbor Hawks being able to run the whip of every pitcher they see as high as they want to, but not bring runs across.
It brings up Poncho Ruiz, the catcher. He is 0 for 1 today with a ground out to short, as Grundy has come into the game and worked very quickly to retire the first 2 he's faced on just 7 pitches. Ruiz takes a ball outside. The right-hander Grundy, a 1.96 ERA in 23 innings pitched. It's only going down as he records these outs. 2-0 to Poncho Ruiz.
I miss when the Hawks were up 1-0.
Me too.
Called strike. 2-1, that is.
Well, you really, when you're in this spot, who is going to be that guy in the lineup, in the clubhouse, in the locker room, in the dugout to rally the troops, to say, we need to turn this, this bus around.
High chopper to third. Under it is Enos. He throws across the dime to get the speedy Ruiz for out number 3. The Hawks go down in order here in the top of the third inning on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
What are you looking forward to?
Adding a takeout window.
And more locations.
Paying off my student loans.
Juggling my 4 small businesses and staying sane.
Raising my allowance.
Finishing my painting and starting the next one.
Catching a keeper. Cashing anything.
Making the most of my retirement.
Checking my balance and hopefully having one.
Whatever you want for your family, your business, or your community, talk to us at Cape Cod 5 because we're looking forward to helping you.
Coke Zero is now Coke Zero Sugar, with great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news, some were skeptical. So we're not gonna have the star of the show you're watching come out and say, "You'll love it." No special jingle written by this week's hottest pop star. No famous internet celebs who happen to be holding the label just so. Okay, maybe just one little pour shot. The only thing that will make you believe Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste is trying it yourself. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.
Welcome back for the bottom of the third inning. Austin Nakuda next to Zach Berman to my right. Drake Toll to my left. Happily here in Buzzards Bay for the bottom of the third inning. 3-1 the score as the Bourne Braves have stormed ahead. Tommy O'Rourke returns to the mound for the bottom of the third inning. And guys, the Hawks are getting a playoff game. They're getting a home playoff game at some point. The only team in the West that's not, it'll be the Wareham Gatemen as their season ends today as they We'll head home, unfortunately. I was looking forward to seeing our pals, Alex Fuse, Cam Ezair, Cade Crenshaw in the postseason, their broadcast crew, but that won't happen.
I think the Wareham season ended about 15 days ago. I don't mean to catch you off there, but those guys have been. It's funny, Derek Fabian flew home today.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. They have a game tonight. Yeah. Derek Fabian flew home earlier today.
I called Alex Fuse today and asked him, I wanted to catch up with them before they head home. I said, are you guys going to be playing on the Cape today, or are you going to be at home? I would love to see you before you go. And they are on the Cape, on the road. So, no more games off Cape this year in the Cape Cod Baseball League.
Well, that Wareham game's pretty consequential, not to Wareham, but to the other team, Orleans, who they still haven't locked up their playoff berth yet.
Called strike as the count moves to 0-2 very quickly.
Horvath fouled that first one off, and now if O'Rourke's ahead, to do the thing where they don't throw a few balls in a row.
The 0-2. That one's lined hard down the left field side. He got out ahead of that breaking ball. It was fouled, though, and the count will hold where it is.
I like O'Rourke going to the zone right there. Earlier in this game, before your pitch count had run to 56 through 2 innings, you definitely throw something outside of the zone, but go back to it, try to get it out as fast as possible via contact.
O'Rourke from the windup, the 0-2. Turns on the fastball this time. Same result. Skies it down the left field side. He's on the pitches that O'Rourke's throwing. You're going to have to pitch him outside, I think.
Give him an eephus right here, the way that he's ahead of that baseball.
Nah, right now is my
outside high Thanks, Zach.
outside high
Here
fastball.
comes the 0-2.
Yeah, I'm okay with that being a ball. A couple inches off the plate, probably about belt level. You're probably going to get that as a strike on most days, but today's zone, that's been consistently a ball.
O'Rourke with the count now 1-2. On the 3-hitter, Mac Horvath, the pitch in the dirt to Horvath, and the count moves to 2-2.
Tommy, just don't throw another ball here. The 2-2, let him foul it off. Let him get a base hit. Just don't let the count go full. Please.
O'Rourke with the 2-2 goes from the windup. Now here's the pitch. Breaking ball. That one's skied pretty well to deep left field. Flores is going to turn and watch it sail deep over the left field wall for a solo home run by Mac Horvath. And that pushes Bourne's lead to 4-1 in a game in which the Braves now have a commanding lead over the Harbor Hawks.
Well, what was it you said earlier in that at-bat, Austin?
When it rains, it pours?
Well, I was going to say that.
Don't throw a ball?
I was going to say, Horvath was on everything that O'Rourke was throwing, just yanked a couple of them foul, and
the first baseman, number 28,
couldn't put that one over the zone. He did.
Brito.
Now it doesn't get easier as Christopher Brito, the first baseman, stands in here. The pitch to Brito, breaking ball up in the zone, but Brito was over the top of it, 0-1. And the Hawks today still managing to hold on to first place, but Bourne could easily jump them if they hold on to this lead. And we're only in the bottom of the third. Here comes the 0-1 fastball. Brito skies it deep to right field. Running over to give it a look is Sean Uwell. He makes the catch. That's some range for a guy who's not an everyday right fielder.
Well, you're going to have that kind of fielding the rest of the way. It looks like O'Rourke is looking for contact at this point and trying to pound the zone because he's had some struggles, especially in the second, to find it. So at this point, you're going to have to really rely on your fielding. Harbor Hawks have no errors today. Hey, that works out pretty well. You got to keep it that way.
I mean, there was just that one blip on the radar in Katuitt where they had 6 errors. Otherwise, the Hawks have been pretty okay defensively. The first pitch to Evan Slight misses outside 1-0. There is action in the Harbor Hawk arm barn. It's a right-hander that's tossing. Tough to see if it's Braden Nelson or Holland Towns. It looks like one of those two, but we can't confirm just yet.
I mean, as that's a ball way outside. You're in a scenario here. I was surprised they brought O'Rourke back out after 55 pitches through the first 2 innings where he really struggled in the bottom of the second, and there you see the home run as a product of that. And, again, the playoffs coming up, so you don't want to go to your bullpen too quick, but you've got plenty of arms there, especially the new guys.
Outside again, 3-0. If he walks him here on 4 pitches, that could very well be the day for Tommy O'Rourke.
That's got to be it.
Slight red light, green light here. What do we think?
Red.
Called strike. That was not a pitch you're going to swing at anyway. 3-1.
Oh, yeah, probably not a true strike, but gift you there on 3-0.
That misses as well. Ball 4. See if there's any movement out of the Harbor Hawk dugout. As now taking first base will be Evan Slight.
Well, I can confirm it is, in fact, Holland Towns who's currently
number
warming
9,
up in the bullpen. That is 20 in blue Towns.
Hyannis.
Is that a 0?
Yes, that is. It's a 2-0. You said it was either Towns or Nelson. Nelson's 31.
Well, Patrick Harrington hasn't been assigned a number, so it could be him as well. He could have a number with the 2s. So let's not confirm it yet till we know for sure.
I can tell you it's not me. Haven't given me the nod yet.
Ground ball to short. Patelli charges in. He goes to second for 1. Nishida's throw will not happen as he had to hold the bag. So they get the lead runner on the fielder's choice for out number 2.
Yeah, that was a bit of a wild throw from Patelli, but Riku Nishida almost had to play that like a first baseman. He had to get his foot on the bag and make a stab at it. That's a good play from Riku to at least get the lead runner.
Here comes the Pepperdine third baseman, Ryan Hyannis. He's 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored tonight.
Pepperdine waves.
O'Rourke from the stretch, the first pitch, a called strike, 0-1. 4-1, Bourne leads it, 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors for the Braves. 1 run, 2 hits, no mistakes for the Hawks. Just the bottom of the third as this game continues to crawl along.
You know, the beginning of the season, a 4-1 lead was insurmountable, right?
Yeah.
Middle of the season, 4-1, Harbor Hawks probably still going to score 7 or 8 runs.
Runner goes on the pitch, it's fouled off, so he'll have to retreat.
And we've somehow gotten back into a swing late in the year where it feels like 4-1 has suddenly become this daunting lead for an opposing team. Again, middle of the season, this would have been the Hawks, the bats are hot, the lineup looks great, they'll be okay. Now, 4-1 feels like you're on the ropes, and the morale is trending that way too.
And how does it affect the way you pitch when you know that the bats aren't there to pick you up?
John Peck looking to do some damage here with 2 down, a runner off of first, and Enos, and 0-2 the count as O'Rourke comes set looking to navigate his way through the bottom of the third. 1 run home on the solo homer this inning by Mac Orvaith. Here comes the 0-2. Swung on and missed as O'Rourke gets out of damage. Leaves the runner stranded. The Braves do get a run on the solo shot, make it 4-1 Bourne as we head to the 4th.
With Hood Milk, you can trust your family is getting high-quality milk in every nutritious and delicious drop. It begins here on farms that Hood selects, with farmers who uphold the highest standards and who pledge to never use artificial growth hormones. And you'll see that care continue right to your home with our Light Block bottle, which protects the fresh taste of your milk. At Hood, we never stop caring about our milk because you never stop caring about your family. Always good, always Hood.
If you live here, fun is your thing. If you live here, tough is your thing. Smart is your thing. Caring is your thing. If you live in Massachusetts, community is your thing. Since 1972, the Massachusetts State Lottery has provided over $25 billion to help cities and towns with the things they need most. If you live here, giving is your thing.
The entrance. However, all cars
Top
must
of
be
the
parked in a
4th
designated
inning
spot.
here on the
If you
Harbor
drive a
Hawks
black
baseball
Ford Edge with
network. Nolan
Massachusetts plate
Shonowell,
3JE,
Jackson Ross, Dom Patelli due up here for the
a Honda
Hawks.
with
That's
Massachusetts
5,
license plate
6, and 7 as they have work to
2K55,
do, and no
or
better guy
Toyota
to
with
start doing it than Nolan
Massachusetts
Shonowell.
2NVB37.
Yeah,
The car is parked
Shonowell,
illegally
you would
and
have
must be
liked
moved
to
to
see
the
the
side of
average
the
at
designated
this point.
space.
He's made so much
That's
good
black
contact.
Ford
He made some good
3JE
contact in the first
Honda
inning. He grounded into a 4-3, but sooner or later, these hard-hit baseballs have to start becoming hits. And, you know, with first place on the line, with a potential President's Cup on the line, now's the time to do that.
They said they're going to tow my car. I'm parked illegally.
They said 3 cars are parked illegally.
Well, I'm not alone then. We can
No,
all go
you're not
together.
alone.
But that doesn't make my situation any better.
Shonowell 0 for 1 tonight with a ground out to second base as he'll oppose Grundy, who had an efficient inning. Set the Hawks down 1-2-3 in the third on just 11 pitches.
You ever heard the song Grundy County Auction by John Michael Montgomery?
Yes, I
Don't
have.
know him?
Okay. Well, you
Never
should
heard of
learn
him.
it. It's pretty good.
The 1-0. Outside, 2-0. Shonowell doing what he does best and working the count. The only, I mean, I know the batting average is much lower than you'd think, but the most surprising number with Shonowell is the RBIs are just 11 this year.
Yep.
I don't think it necessarily speaks to his production, as that's a called strike.
Well,
the guys around him and ahead of him haven't necessarily got on base when he's had the hits.
And his home run he only has one. His home run number is just one.
The 2-1. Outside and high, 3-1. He's been in a few different spots. I think we saw him at leadoff at one point as well.
Yeah, what if I told you that the Harbor Hawks could have the leadoff runner on here in the top of the fourth? Feels like they've done that just about every inning of every game.
Yep.
Last night especially.
The 3-1. Shonowell skies it to center field. Running in is Horvath. Moving out is Peck, the shortstop. He'll be the one to make the catch as he calls off his center fielder. One
First
down.
baseman, number 37 out of Florida Atlantic,
And that's just,
Jackson
I'd say
Ross.
the last thing you want when you're up that ahead in the count. Just a weak fly out. Don't even get anything out of it.
Well, I wonder, as a batter, what is your strategy with that? Are you trying to hit the long ball? I mean, when you get up under one like that, are you going for a gapper? Especially for Shonowell, is that so much hard contact but on the infield? Is he trying to get one up and out?
His teammate, Jackson Ross, comes up and swings at the first pitch, sends it back up the middle, and gets his first career Cape Cod Baseball League hit. After walking in the first inning, Ross singles and has now reached base safely twice tonight.
It's a really nice piece of hitting by somebody that
Miami, Dominic
doesn't
Capelli.
have that crazy adjustment to the wood bat after spending 41 games with Keene, but that's something that this team needs, a spark. Who is going to be that guy? Don Patelli has been that guy at certain points this year. So
Ross leads off at first as he tosses his shin guard to first base coach Cole McConnell. Don Patelli stands in now, shows bunt, pulls back. It's right down the pipe, 0-1.
You think that's why McConnell's not playing today? They needed somebody to coach first base?
Could be.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, would make sense.
That would make the most sense, I think.
A windy, frigid night here at Doran Park, as Drake Tull would call it.
Yeah, I would say so.
Pickoff move to first. Diving back in is Jackson Ross. And I don't know what scouting report the Bourne Braves have that say Jackson Ross is Billy Hamilton.
It's pretty funny.
But they continue to throw over.
I see Ross is number 37, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is he the first one to wear 37 this year?
Yeah. I don't know if
I
he's
don't
the
think
first,
so.
but he's on the roster, and on point streak is 37 Jackson Ross. So
Yeah.
not that he's slow, but he doesn't have any stolen base numbers that pop off the charts at you. It was just 2 that he had in 90-plus games in 2022.
Right.
So, not sure, but they're going to keep him close, that's for certain. 0-2 the count to Don Patelli. As Ricky Henderson leads off of first base.
I thought that was Junior.
The 0-2. Misses in the dirt, 1-2 the count.
that was good. That was really good.
Wind blowing out to left center field still. Matt Corvaith found that jet stream.
You
And
know what they say, Buzzards Bay is the windiest part of Cape Cod.
yeah, the wind capital of the world, isn't it, Buzzard Bay?
No.
Or Chicago?
Also no. Dubai.
Ah. The 1-2, but time is called. I think it was requested for by Patelli, I believe.
Yeah, that was really late. Grundy was already well through his progression. Sorry.
The shades are off, huh?
I took the shades off an inning ago.
Oh,
sweet.
You beat Drake to it tonight,
Yep,
huh?
you got me there.
No, it's not a good sunglass night.
Ah. Well, you have been known to wear yours in the shade, though, as Patelli rips a single to right field. Going first to third is Ross. The throw from right field will go into second base. Runners on the corners for the Hawks with 1 down.
They just knew that Ross's speed, that he was
Yeah.
going to be in third base safely so easily. They cut it off at second.
To leave it at this time immediately. I repeat, anyone currently in the construction area, children or adult, please leave it at this time.
Well, that's the whole stadium. What do you want from us?
Adults out of the construction
That's the
area.
entire
Thank you.
stadium here is a construction area.
Are
There's
they
a
telling us
construction
to get
area
up and
here.
go?
I'm in a construction area.
Left fielder,
What do
number
we
34
do?
out of Michigan, Tito
I don't know.
Flores.
I got there's a
I mean,
there's a backhoe right here. I guess I can move that. What do we do? What do we do?
They want us on the field. That's the only part of Doran Park that's not considered an
well,
active
there's no
construction zone.
bleachers, though. I don't know what we do.
Did there used to be bleachers here?
Yes,
Yeah,
there actually
didn't it?
was. Right
Now
where-
it's just a construction area.
Right behind us where they put Buzzards Bay Annual Beach. That one is fly down the right field line, off towards the sand pit. 0-1 the count to Tito Flores.
Off towards the left sand pit, the right sand pit.
Can't get that foul ball. That's a construction area. Can't get that foul ball. No souvenirs. Construction area.
Man, they should have given us hard hats for the night.
Yeah, well, they tried to on the way in, but I'm not. I'm not about that.
You're backward tag.
I got that dog in me.
Runners on the corners. The Hawks have the tying run at the plate. Top of the 4th inning. Grundy has been magnificent this year, and some trouble here as Flores fouls it back. He's going to be behind the count 0-2.
At the very least, you just want to bring that runner in from third. A sac fly, a wild pitch, a
Chip
ground
away.
ball could do it. You don't need to get all of them at once, but you really cannot afford to see first and third get stranded and not bring anybody home.
Zach, you were off last night, so I don't.
Yeah. I don't know if you watched the game.
I did.
but
Your expectations. You're asking for a lot here.
Grundy comes set. Patelli's got a good lead off first. The pickoff move is not in time. They nearly got Don Patelli. He has to be careful.
Yeah.
That would be the last thing you want, is to
We
have
had
him
a
picked off at first.
Slow-mo replay on that one might say a little bit differently. Thank you very much, Mr. Umpire. That would have been it. That would have been bad.
Yeah. Grundy comes set. One down, runners on the corners. The 0-2 to Tito Flores. Here's the pitch. Flores sends it to right center field towards the gap. Lewis is moving over. He makes the catch. Tagging from third is Jackson Ross. It's a sac fly from Tito Flores to bring a run home. Make it 4-2 as the Hawks continue to claw their way back.
The last time that I saw the Harbor Hawks score more than one run,
how old
I was 12. I had just turned 12. I remember I had lost my last baby tooth.
Michael Sirota.
And now here they go. They got 2 on the board. They're still being doubled up, but there's a run across. That feels good. That feels a little bit better than when it was 4-1. So now you get Mike Sirota, who's pretty good at the whole baseball thing. Leadoff hitter Riku Nishida behind him. 2-out rally. If you want a spot to do it in the lineup, this is why Sirota's in the 9-hole. This is what it's built for.
Patelli off at first, 2 down. Grundy has to work from the stretch once again.
I send Patelli.
He's off on the first pitch. He sees a throw from Tomas Frick is in time on a fantastic tag from John Peck. Patelli may have slid in, but the tag was an act of wizardry by John Peck as he pulls off a Javi Baez type play.
The reason I like that, now Mike Sirota, Riku Nishida, and Mitch Jebb come up to bat from the top of the 5th, and that is why you send Don Patelli right there, because you are so confident. Now Beatty's going to come out and talk to the umpire. I 100% agree with that call.
No, that's an amazing tag.
What a tag by Peck. It does get Patelli at second base trying to swipe the bag to end the inning. The Hawks get a run back. Sac fly RBI for Tito Flores cuts the lead down 4-2. Coming back up to the mound, we got a new pitcher when we return for the Hawks on the Harbor Hawk Baseball Network.
Traffic is treacherous. There's a fender bender on the pike. Gonna be a wicked commute. The expressway's backed up to the gas tanks. Gridlock. Crawl. Snarl. Jam up. Bottleneck. Log jam. 128 is a parking lot. You'll be late for supper tonight.
Keeping your car road ready is what we do best. At Sullivan Tire, we're always here to get you there.
Hey, we get you there too.
Having a 5G phone that's not on T-Mobile makes as much sense as playing ice hockey. Using pool noodles. Get out of the penalty box with 5G coverage like this. T-Mobile has more 5G bars in more places than anyone. T-Mobile, more 5G bars in more places. Another reason T-Mobile is the leader in 5G.
Bottom of the 4th inning on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network. The new pitcher on the mound is the right-hander Holland Towns, who's made one appearance this season for the Hawks. And
number 20 out of Southern
he was
Miss,
very good
Holland
in that one-inning pitch,
Towns.
Zach. We saw him at McKean Park. It was 1 hit allowed. He did strike out a batter, no walks or runs. He did a nice job in that lone inning. He enters here in the bottom of the fourth with some work to do against his Bourne Braves. Order 8-9-1.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Holland Towns, who's slated to go to Southern Miss come fall, and he stands 6'4", 220. He's got some good stuff. His strikeout numbers pretty good. He had an ERA of 2.96 this past spring at Hyannis Community College. But the Harbor Hawks think they've unearthed a gem in Holland Towns, and from what we saw in limited action, he looked good out of the gate.
Yeah, he's reliable. He's got a really good breaking ball paired with a solid fastball that he can command quite well.
Getting off the fourth for Bourne, the catcher,
So it'll be
number 4
Tomas
out of North
Frick to lead it
Carolina,
off.
Tomas Frick.
0 for 1 with a pop-up to second base.
3 up, 3 down would be
impeccable.
Really cool. I would enjoy that right here. That'd be just fine.
Defense for the Hawks remains the same. Earhart at third, Patelli at short, Nishida at second, Ross at first, Tito Flores in left, Mike Sirota in center, Nolan Shonwell in right, with Ruiz doing the catching for Holland Towns. First pitch grounded to third, Earhart. Gloves it, throw to first in time, 1 pitch, 1 out.
I like it, Holland Towns. If he keeps doing that, then he will have 18 pitches,
fielder,
18
12,
outs.
Nadir
Unbelievable. This guy's feeling it.
1 pitch, 1 out. Now he has to face somebody who the Hawks had some trouble retiring with the bases loaded.
The best hitter on their team today. The guy's so selective.
Nadir Lewis drew a walk, showed incredible plate discipline, drove in a run, thanks in part to his efforts, as Towns has the bases empty. He'll get to work from the windup where he's comfortable. The first pitch to Lewis, and it's a called strike. Look at that. It's
probably good. Yeah, Nadir Lewis refused to swing at a pitch at his eyes, had a pitch in the dirt. I mean, the guy was just being real selective last at-bat, but could be one of the toughest outs on Cape Cod. Aside from the fact that he's 0 for 6 with 4 strikeouts, that part too.
The 0-1, a fly ball left field. Flores jogs in, puts the glove up, makes the catch without much difficulty. 2 up, 2 down on what, 3 pitches?
3 pitches.
Something like that, so I'm not doing that math.
Designated hitter, number 2 out of Alabama, Bryce.
And we're quickly
Eblin.
back to the top of the order for Bryce Eblin. He's 2 for 2 tonight and had a big 2-run single in the top of the second inning.
I got to tell you, I think Bryce Eblin's a little bit disappointed.
27 pitches, 18 outs. 27 pitches.
I think Eblin's a little bit disappointed. It's not Tommy O'Rourke on the pump. Eblin is now 3 for 3 against O'Rourke this season, so definitely a matchup come playoff time you might want to avoid if you can.
You definitely can if you play Bourne round 1. So
O'Rourke could be bumped to the bullpen in round 1, depending on how the Hawks shake it up. We know, as that's breaking balls a called strike, that Magdiel Cotto, Zach Volker, Jake Berry are likely, and I mean likely.
He's going to go Volker, Cotto, Berry.
That's what I heard.
Those 3 are your top 3. In what order it depends, I don't know for sure, but it's probably, you said Volker, Cotto, and Berry.
That's what I've heard as well.
You got to think, as the 0-1 is chopped foul, that allows the Hawks to shift Jay Driver into the bullpen if they choose, or keep him for round 2 if they get there.
That's the problem.
Drivers look so good as the starting pitcher.
Yeah, and you got guys like Tommy O'Rourke available out of the pen.
It's just odd that when Driver pitches, the offense takes nights off.
Jay's on the mound. We don't need to hit.
It's all good.
Yeah,
you go strike him out there, guy. You got it.
He racked up a combined 19 punch-outs between his last 2 starts, and his only 2 starts in the Cape. He's made plenty of relief appearances. He's an incredible story, Jay Driver, the starter last night. Didn't start a game at Harvard. Was one of their closers. Was sensational in doing so, as that one's fouled off by Eblin. He's behind 0-2. Last summer with North Shore, Jay Driver starts 2 games. They don't go that well. They don't go that poor. Goes back to Harvard this spring. Doesn't start. So you're thinking, okay, comes to the Cape. Starts the year as the closer for the Harbor Hawks. Locks down a couple saves. They start to use him as a multi-inning weapon. Then all of a sudden, one day, Jay Driver's a starter, and Jay Driver strikes out 11 guys. Here comes the 0-2 from Holland Towns. Fastball, left field line drive, base hit. A 2-out single for Bryce Eblin. And he may have entered the game batting about 202, but now he's 3 for 3 tonight, and his batting average is going to climb to the point where you forgot that he was batting around the Mendoza line to enter the night.
Yeah, just another good piece of Eblin. Good piece of hitting from Eblin.
That is a good piece of Eblin.
I don't think I was aiming for that one, but this is a guy that in his last 2 games against the Hyannis Harbor Hawks, he has 6 hits.
I don't think I like Bourne.
No.
8 hits in his last 3 games.
Well, you
against
said
the
you
Hawks.
want to play him because they won't have any pitching left.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter if they
right.
score 15 runs.
Right.
Eblin off at first for Matt Shaw. This is a big at bat here, as Mitch Jebb is now up to 363 on the year. Matt Shaw 368. If he goes down here, there's a chance for a brief second. I'm not good at math. I don't know.
I think he's going to lose 4 points per out, 4 or 5 points.
It's close.
It is close. Yeah, it's going to be close. So it would be if Jebb gets a hit. He's going to come up, too, in the top of the 5th, by the way. Great spot in the lineup. Oh, impeccable.
Here comes the 1-0 from Holland Towns. A long pause. The right-hander brings home a fastball, a called strike.
All right. Hello. Thank you very much.
Shins.
That is a beautiful sight.
It's at the top of where a soccer shin guard would be. Best I can describe where
You
that
ever play soccer when you were a child?
Yep, until 5th
we all
grade.
Did. We all. You until 5th grade.
Until
You
fifth
really
grade.
hung on there,
Okay.
guy.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I think it was 5th grade.
You don't meet a lot of soccer baseball guys.
Yeah. Yep. Couldn't get away quick enough. The 1-1, Evelyn's off on the pitch. Shaw swings at it, and he pops it up a mile high middle infield. Riku Nishida calls for it. He backs up under it, makes the catch to end the inning. Holland Towns is efficient, and he works quickly through the bottom of the 4th inning, gives his team a chance, and this is the order, part of the order where you want to be if you're the Hawks. It's Sirota, it's Nishida, and it's Jebb when we return on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
Bronk,
What up, TB?
what do you think my next move should be? Give it to me straight. Maybe it's just time I hang him up.
I got one word for you. Retirement. If you retire now, you're gonna be walking on soft sand in a week. Just come to Florida and feel the wind in your hair. Retirement is like winning another one. Maybe I'll even join you.
On the Spotty Network, this is what Tom heard.
If you retire now, you're soft and weak. Just come to Florida and win another one. Maybe I'll even join you.
Just go win another one.
Like it's that easy, Gronk. Maybe it is. I still feel like I have a lot to accomplish. My goal is to win one more. And Gronk's coming with me.
I'm retired from retiring? Mom, where are my football pants?
Don't trust big decisions to just any network. Go with T-Mobile, the GOAT in 5G.
And I'm not soft or weak either.
T-Mobile is the leader in 5G.
As Pitbull welcomes us back to Doran Park, we welcome you at home, where the Hawks are in a prime position to put some runs across here in the top of the 5th inning. It's Mike Sirota, who is in the 9-hole today for a situation like this, Drake, to lead off an inning and set the table for Riku Nishida and Mitch Jebb.
Yeah, I've never really been more upset to hear
Getting
Pitbull.
off the pitch
It's just
for Hyannis,
not,
center fielder, number
not really the
26,
mood
out of
right now for the Harbor Hawks.
Michael
But
Sirota.
could be a mood for just about anything if Mike Sirota is able to get on. There's the key. Earlier it was 3 up and 3 down for Tommy O'Rourke to start the game up 1-0. The key right here is for Mike Sirota, by whatever means possible, to get on base with Riku Nishida and Mitch Jebb behind him. I mean, Nishida's good for a bunt single, too. If you can get a couple of guys on with Jebb at the dish, could be cooking.
Here's Sirota. He'll oppose Grundy, who's back on the mound for yet another inning of work for the right-hander. 2 so far, 2 hits and a run, no walks, 1 strikeout. Mike Sirota's ahead in the count 1-0 after the first pitch misses. Into the windup, the 1-0, a breaking ball. This time it's a called strike. Count evens up at 1-1. Grundy's been arguably one of their best pitchers all season.
Yeah.
Entered tonight with a 1.96 ERA, 24 strikeouts in 23 innings as Sirota goes after one, sends it high and deep to left field. Backing up his slide, he's near the wall. Slight moves to his left and makes the catch as it just stays in the yard. And wouldn't you know, the flag isn't moving as the wind dies down.
Yeah.
Mother Nature's against the Harbor Hawks again.
That's the story right there. Put that in your
Put
game
it-
recap.
That's the headline. That's the headline.
Look at that. You feel that? That's a wind.
What happened to the game tonight? Mother Nature.
Yeah.
Happens, man. So now what's the key? Was Sirota down? I don't know. Riku Nishida home run.
Hey, he could do it. 300
Okay, Zach.
right down
I
the
don't
right
know,
field
man.
line.
There's no way it's a
So
home
what are
run
the
here.
odds Riku Nishida gets out in front on a pitch and pulls it that hard?
With the wind blowing straight out to left.
First pitch called strike 0-1 to the leadoff hitter today, Riku Nishida. 1 for 2, a single, a pair of stolen bases, and a run scored. Just another day at the park for Riku Nishida.
Just another day at the construction site.
The 0-1, Riku shows, but it's a good one down the third baseline, charging in and can't make the play as he knows. Riku Nishida with a bunt single puts a man on with one down here in the top of the fifth.
Well, that's why it would have been great to have Mike Sirota on first base in that scenario, because Riku Nishida, oh man, his batting average has climbed so high this year because his speed is elite, and so now at 296, Riku Nishida is batting 296 this season.
Hey, one more hit today, and he might be sitting right around that 300 mark to end the regular season. And if I had told you,
it's the Mendoza line plus 100.
Coming in, that Riku Nishida would go around 300 this regular season, you'd look at me like you were nuts.
I said, you're crazy, Zach. There's no way. And you would have been right had you said that.
Grundy throws a pickoff move to first. Riku's back in standing. So if they treated Jackson Ross like he was Ricky Henderson, I'm afraid to see how many pickoff moves they throw over in Riku Nishida's direction.
Well, Ken Griffey Jr., he was fast, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not as fast as Ricky, though.
All right, thanks. Dion?
You might have to
get me started on Dion.
Dion was fast.
You might have to go outside.
Played an NFL football game and an MLB game on the same day.
Might have to go outside the sport of baseball here.
Probably went 0 for 4.
Usain Bolt?
What? I don't think Usain Bolt played baseball.
He'd be pretty good in the base bats.
Yeah, true.
Until he runs past second base.
That'd be awesome.
Wait for the extra 200 meters.
I bet he's played a softball game.
Yeah, he has. I'm pretty sure I remember seeing him playing one.
For sure.
During his prime. ESPN's all over that type of stuff.
Is he out of his prime?
Yeah.
He was not. Yeah.
He was
How old
around
is
when
Usain
Vine
Bolt?
was around.
Okay. I was around when Vine was around. What are you saying?
What?
I mean, Usain Bolt,
bad
I would
news.
say, was at the time the best athlete in the world at what he does.
Serena Williams?
Geez. Venus Williams.
And now he's giving way to Joey Chestnut.
That's fair. Riku off of first, 1 on the count, 1 down to Mitch Jebb. Here comes the pitch. Riku goes on the pitch. The throw to second is not in time. Nishida swipes his third bag of the night and now takes the lead back from Mitch Jebb. Thank you very much.
Well, does he want Mitch Jebb to win league MVP or not? That is, he is now overtaken his teammate with 3 stolen bases. Anything you can do, I can do faster. Riku Nishida swipes one of the called strike. Jebb at a 1-1 count. Runner in scoring position. Please. Harbor Hawks, you said a prayer before the game. I saw you with the Bible open. Please, Harbor Hawks. A run with a runner in scoring position.
That's what I was asking for.
Please. Right here.
Riku didn't even get a good jump on that. He was just that fast.
Please.
Riku off of second now, scoring position for the Hawks as Mitch Jebb chops one off of his foot. Now they'll call it foul. Okay.
Yeah.
A little bit of a delay there from the umpire crew.
Really good pitch from
Whenever
Grundy.
it's convenient for you guys. 1-2 the count
Grundy,
with 1 down.
24 strikes, 10
At
balls
this time,
tonight.
with anyone in the dirt pile down the right
Yeah.
field line,
Out of the
please get
dirt
out that
pile.
area. Maybe
Wait a
there's
Off the
second.
shed.
anyone in
Get
the
off
area
the
with
shed.
dirt
Wait,
pills,
wait.
Please get out of it immediately.
Be a buddy.
Wait,
Be a
wait.
buddy and get off the shed.
Wait, they said dirt pile down the right field line. I think we might be in the dirt pile down the right
Get
field
off the
line.
shed. Be a buddy. Let's take. How is there a dirt pile? Get out of the sand pit in right field.
Maybe put like
Weebs. Gosh, it's a baseball park, not a construction site.
Grundy with a 1-2 count on Mitch Jebb and 1 down. Here comes the pitch. High and outside fastball. Jebb takes 2-2.
I mean, what are you going to tell kids? You know, your right field looks like the set of Dune. Like,
What a marketing idea, right? What a fan engagement.
look, if I
Come
was
to the game.
Not trivia,
free
not fun
sandbox.
music.
if I was a 10-year-old kid, I saw a sandbox out in right field, I'd be playing in the sandbox. I mean, come on.
Hey, Scoop. Scoop, it's the game's in Buzzards Bay at Doran Park construction site. And Scoop is asking, where's the game?
The 2-2. Breaking ball. Jebb just gets a piece of it. He was definitely on the front foot, but does a nice job keeping the hands back and fighting it off.
Chokes up a bit, has the bat on the back shoulder, which he has not done as much recently. I don't know if you've noticed this, but he stopped putting the bat all the way back on the shoulder. I don't know if
He's
whatever he is
widened his
doing,
stance
don't
a
stop
little
doing
bit.
it. Keep going.
Yeah,
do
whatever
what you're
he's
doing.
done, it certainly worked.
Also, Usain Bolt's 35. Has a son named Olympia Lightning Bolt and another son named Thunder.
Look, if I was the fastest man on the planet, I'd name my
Thunder
kids.
No middle name.
Is that actually his name?
No middle
Thunderbolt?
name. Son named Thunder.
Wow.
Yep.
Riku Nishida off of second, 2-2 the count to Mitch Jebb, 1 down. The Hawks chasing 2, a big spot here early in this game. Here's the pitch from Grundy. Breaking ball, Jebb fights it off again. Mitch Jebb is battle-tested. He only struck out once in every 14 at-bats at Michigan State, and he's doing everything he can here to spoil a couple of good pitches from Grundy.
Yeah, this is a really tough matchup here with Grundy, who is...
Oh, my God. He's being fed. No way that's real.
What?
Our crowd camera has a video of the guy behind us, and he is being fed by the lady with him, and Scoop is asking about it on our live fan feedback.
Ah.
I don't know how much I can say. He's right there. Wow.
Boy, Nishida off of second. Here comes the 2-2 to Jeb. Outside, full count to Mitch.
Very great take there by Mitch Jeb.
Some might say that Mitch Jeb was fed ball 3.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow, yeah.
I'll take it.
There's a guy. That is great eye from Scoop, by the way, in our live fan feedback. Good catch, my friend. Good catch.
Scoop's got the scoop on what's going on around us.
Hated that.
Some might say a scoop, there it is.
Nope, that was worse.
Full count to Jeb with one down. Here's the pitch. Jeb skies it to shallow left field. Backing up under it is Peck to make the catch for out number 2.
Do we move our camera or?
No.
Third baseman number 36 out of
Luckily, the
Tampa,
guy's out of the shot now and
Doran.
is no longer being spoon-fed. in a huge Boston Celtics jersey, by the way.
33.
Drew Earhart.
Yeah.
Coming up to the plate with a runner in scoring position. It's still Nishida, and that's been the Hawks, I guess, what would you call it?
Caveat.
Yeah, as of late, runners in scoring positions.
Achilles heel.
Yeah, that's it. They just can't bring those guys home when they get even closer to the plate. They like to be far away from the plate.
Yeah.
That must be it. Riku off of second. First pitch misses low for a ball to Drew Earhart. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout, but he did walk and steal a base in the first inning.
It's just such a tease that the Hawks would be so good at getting on base. Walks, hits, no runs.
Here's the 1-0. Ball high, the back pick to second base, gets by the second baseman Eblin for a half second. Nishida moves up to third. It was a ball. The catcher Frick threw to second to try to get Nishida on a secondary lead. It was bobbled. Riku moved to third, and he slid in. He had a brief second. If he went in standing, maybe he could have rounded third, but Nishida advances 90 feet. Now a pass ball will score him.
I think he might have been out at the plate
It
had he
been,
tried to score because the ball never left the infield.
Why not? You know, I mean, I forced him to make a good throw.
Yeah. 2-0 now to Drew Earhart with Nishida 90 feet away and 2 down. From the set, box Rucker called strike.
Now, as much as the Harbor Hawks have loved the bunt recently, with everybody playing deep on the infield, that would have been a good time for one and a great pitch for one with Hyannis and Brito so far back.
Frick gives him the signs. Here comes the 2-1. Chopped foul. Count evens up at 2-2, and the Hawks are a strike away from stranding another runner in scoring position.
I would have liked the bunt there in this 2-1. Yeah, this is a good time for a situational bunt. Well, now not anymore because you got 2 strikes.
Yeah. Yeah, you probably shouldn't bunt. 2 strikes.
The 2-2. Earhart pops it foul off the netting, and he'll stay alive for at least another.
You know, the Harbor Hawks are one swing away right now from tying the ball game. It seems just like such a odd thought.
Oh, Scoop is spelled with a K. S-K-O-O-P.
Where'd you find that?
Thank you, Zach.
The 2-2. High, inside, and it's ball 3. 3-2. 2 down here. Nishida's on third base. Earhart looking to draw himself a walk or maybe even drive the run home if he wants to get crazy.
Yeah, that'd be nuts, man. Not a lot of that going on. One of the runs scored it in on a double steal with guys in the corners.
Yeah. It's been a tough week for the Hawks. Here comes the 3-2 from Grundy. High and even tighter to Earhart. It nearly took his helmet off as it misses for ball 4. It'll put runners on the corners and pass the baton to Pancho Ruiz.
So do you steal Nishida now?
Home?
Steal home?
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
Drake, yes. I steal Drew Earhart, get him in a pickle, and try to
And just
make
hope.
it last that Nishida can come home.
Right,
We've
right,
seen
right.
it done before.
I don't hate that idea at all.
I put Earhart in motion, not to take the bat out of Poncho's hands, but also at the same time, not to wait around and let things happen. Maybe Earhart goes for second, intentionally gets in a pickle, and tries to get Nishida home. But for the time being, we won't see it just yet, as we're going to have a pitching chain here at Doran Park. We're going to take a brief break, couple of minutes of commercials, and when we return, we'll have runners on the corners and a new man on the mound here in Bourne.
My family earns respect.
My family clears bases.
My family breaks records.
My family wins MVPs.
My family gives everything.
My family makes history. My family wins championships.
There's no family.
There's no family.
There's no family.
There's no family like my family. Join the fam.
Join the fam.
Join the fam.
With Hood Milk, you can trust your family is getting high-quality milk in every nutritious and delicious drop. It begins here on farms that Hood selects, with farmers who uphold the highest standards and who pledge to never use artificial growth hormones. And you'll see that care continue right to your home with our Light Block bottle, which protects the fresh taste of your milk. At Hood, we never stop caring about our milk because you never stop caring about your family. Always good, always Hood.
Gannon's Tavern is the home of incredible wings, handcrafted cocktails, ice-cold beer, and Keno. Their innovative tavern menu features seafood, great sandwiches, steaks grilled to perfection, and stunning specialty dishes. There's no better place to watch your favorite New England pro football team than Gannon's Tavern, in their large bar or outside on their covered deck, complete with TV and sound. Gannon's Tavern, 959 Burses Way, Hyannis. Like them on Facebook and Instagram.
Yes, soon at Gannon's Tavern.
Welcome back to the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network, and a big situation here for Hyannis. Runners on the corners,
Catcher,
two
number
down,
17 out of San Diego
4-2.
State,
The
Poncho
Bourne Braves
Ruiz.
lead, and Poncho Ruiz coming to the plate. We teased it a bit before. Could we see the Hawks try to steal second and put the man in motion, Nishida, in third, to try to steal home and maybe sacrifice the inning ending to get a run home? We'll see. New pitcher on the hill, big number 43.
Fisher out of NJ Tech.
That's him. Fisher will pick off to first. Earhart's back in diving safely.
Well, in between innings, we saw Eric Beatty take Riku Nishida and Drew Earhart over and had him in a huddle for about 20 seconds. He talked something with them over.
The pitch. That misses low to Poncho Ruiz.
Yeah. You know, Scoop says it, never get the third out at home, but the last couple of games, the third out has come no matter what, somewhere. And you can get crafty.
That misses outside. 2-0 the count to Poncho, so we'll see what Ruiz does. If he has the green light on 2-0, with runners on the corners, the new pitcher Fisher in the game. Here comes the 2-0. Inside, ball 3. So Poncho Ruiz.
Uh-oh. 3-0 count.
I know. Fisher's come in the game and given the Hawks a gift right away. Now, red light or green light,
Stop.
I think this
Don't
might
even,
be the,
like, stop, not even
the
funny
reddest
at
of
this
red
point.
lights. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, ball 4, a 4-pitch walk right out of the bullpen by Fisher. Loads up the bases, and here comes Nolan Shanuel with the bases loaded. 2 down, Hyannis chasing 2 runs here in the top of the 5th inning.
And that's a bit surprising because Fisher had a strikeout walk ratio of 27 strikeouts to 9 walks coming in 24 2/3. Here's not a guy that puts a lot of guys on via the free pass. And here's someone that guys typically pitch around, but you have nowhere to put him.
Fisher steps off certainly a little bit out of whack here.
Guy's sweating.
He's only thrown 4 pitches. They were all balls.
That guy heard Long Black Train, started thinking about eternity, and said, "Whoa, I don't know if I can do it here." That was it. That was the song they played between the innings. Really something.
First pitch to Shonowell, misses low. 5 straight balls out of the bullpen by Fisher, and I don't think Shonowell swings until he sees a strike.
Well, smart on Ryan Fisher to try to figure it out. Is the strike zone in the dirt? Maybe not. Is the strike zone chest level? No, not today. Outside? Nah. He hasn't gone inside quite yet and hit Shonowell, but I don't think the strikes are being called there. But this is just a guy who's trying to find it right now, and I don't discount him for that. If he could continue, I'd be okay.
Well, Frick runs out, and you really also have to avoid anything that gets away from Frick. Riku's going to try and break for home.
Yeah, probably so.
So you want to avoid, if you're Fisher, who's missed low the last couple pitches.
What do you think Frick said to him?
The 1-0. In the dirt and blocked by Frick, the catcher, and that mound visit didn't seem to work.
No, I can tell you exactly what Frick said to him when he went out there. Hey, don't throw another ball here. Lo and behold.
6 straight balls by Fisher out of the bullpen. Bases are loaded for the Hawks. 2 down to the inning. 2-0 the count to Shonowell.
Get the A&M chant
You
going.
hear the ball 6 is coming from Mazdak Darvari and company over there.
Here comes a 2-0. Finds the zone, 2-1. And Fisher gets a clap, and I don't think half of it was sarcastic either. Some of it was genuine. I got it.
That's the loudest we've heard this ballpark tonight, I think.
Yeah.
Or construction site, I should say.
Bases loaded. Here's the 2-1 to Shonowell. Ball 3. I still think a red light here. 3-1. I know it's an odd thing to say, but he has thrown 8 pitches, 7 of them are balls.
Pops guys one up to the outfield.
You don't want that
3-1 here.
2 down, bases loaded, 3-1 the count. Fisher comes set, here comes the pitch. It's a called strike. Looked like Shonowell was taking all the way. So now 3-2, 2 down. Every man will be in motion on the base pass. It's Nishida off of third. Earhart on second, Poncho Ruiz on first, speed everywhere. Shonowell at the plate. Fisher, the right-hander who just entered the game, issued a walk to Poncho Ruiz. Now he comes set facing Nolan Shonowell. Runners will be in motion. Here comes the full count pitch. It's a called strike 3. Shonowell didn't swing the bat. It was in the zone, and he goes down looking to end the inning. The Hawks leave the bases loaded.
When it comes to buying or selling a home, you need a partner, not just an agent. For over 50 years, Gibson Sotheby's International Realty has set the standard in excellence and performance. A seasoned team that has thrived throughout all markets. Our agents live and work in your neighborhood and understand you. We are over 170 agents strong, backed by an in-house marketing team and global reach that is second to none.
From studios to penthouses, purchasing to renting, our team provides unparalleled real estate services.
This is your time to change your career, to advance your skills, to follow your dream. Curry College continuing in graduate studies. Tomorrow is coming. Be ready.
I'm defeated, feel mistreated. I'm so angry, I'm singing a song. 'Cause I'm paying so much for home internet, and that's just wrong.
I've got T-Mobile home internet. I feel happy. Great. Very happy.
Good for you.
Look how much money I'm saving right now.
Wait, really?
There's no hidden fees, no price hikes, one cord.
Bro, wow.
Internet without BS.
Well, the Hawks leave the bases loaded once again in the top of the 5th inning. Now we return to the bottom of the 5th inning as Holland Towns returns to the mound for his 2nd inning of work here in Bourne. 1 inning so far for the right-hander. Just a hit, no runs, walks, or strikeouts. It was a pretty efficient inning, but guys, the bases loaded again and the Hawks leave him stranded.
Look, I'm sorry. You gotta swing the bat there. You can't just...
Don't be sorry.
Leave the bat waiting on your shoulders. That was down the pipe.
Yep. Don't be sorry.
So Mac Horvath comes up to the dish, 1 for 2 tonight with a solo home run. Towns from the windup. Here's the first pitch. That one's popped up. Drifting towards the first base dugout. Running after it is Rawson Ruiz. And Pancho Ruiz evades the batting practice screen to make the catch. Comes up against the wall. A fine play for the San Diego State catcher.
That's a great catch by Ruiz. He tracked that ball all the way through. Had to go through the little obstacle course there on the right field side. Ducks around the screen and tracks the ball out. And he even had to go up against that brick wall. He made that catch leaning almost into the netting. That's a great catch by Pancho.
Chris Brito now at the plate, 0 for 2 tonight. Towns working quickly on the mound, fires a first pitch breaking ball up high for ball 1. But since entering the game, he's only had to throw 11 pitches, 10 strikes, 1 balls. That was the second one, so now 10 strikes to 2 balls. The 1-0 on its way from Towns. That breaking ball misses, maybe a bit outside, 2-0.
Hyannis, 5-5 in their last 10. First team to 50 points, and had that big win at home against Katuitt as well, and it's just...
The 2-0 misses high. 3 straight balls from Holland Towns.
It's been a stretch in the last 10 games that when Hyannis has lost, and you really felt it. And when they've won, it's felt like they've escaped with games or haven't really dominated somebody. We haven't seen too many times this season Hyannis just goes out and takes somebody out 10-1. He had that Wareham game in Orleans, but...
It was a stretch where they had put it all together when Mike Sirota came and got hot. As that one misses for ball 4. Brito draws a 4-pitch walk with 1 down. The slugging first baseman will walk over to first.
Number 27,
on top of the world, routing teams, catching up with Katuitt rapidly, taking first place in the West. When all that was going on, man, it was nothing that could stop the Hyannis train.
It was that week that led up to the All-Star game where they went to Hartford. They took Katuitt out at home for first place and then beat YD for the best record in the league after that. But, you know, post All-Star break, it seems like there's been a reversion of the team that just couldn't get guys across when it mattered from day one.
Evan Slight now at the dish with a runner off of first. 1 down in the inning. Towns comes set first pitch to the left-handed hitter. He tries to drop a bunt, but serves it foul down the left field side out of play. So the Rutgers outfielder will have to come back to the dish and try his luck again. And this is where Scott Landers' team has really made the leap. When they get ahead in games, rarely do they relinquish the lead at any point, and it's thanks to small ball, it's thanks to great pitching out of the arm barn, and I think it's an all-around team performance that has propelled the Bourne Braves to another successful season. Towns comes set. Brito off of first. The 0-1 on its way to Evan Slight. Long pause from the right-hander. Here he comes. Skied foul out of play toward the left side, just off of the building at Upper Cape Tech. 0-2.
I think the biggest thing you take away from watching this Bourne Braves team, fundamentals. They just seem to be one of the most soundly coached teams on Cape Cod. They're a team where, yes, they have weaknesses. Every baseball team does, but their weaknesses do not stand out.
The 0-2. Swung on and missed. Towns drops in the bender and gets Slight fishing for out number 2.
Big fan of this Holland Towns guy. That breaking ball, that seems to be his wipeout pitch from, you know, the 2 outings we've seen him thus far. And he can get guys to chase. And Evan Slight, not bad for your first Cape Cod League strikeout to get a guy out that was an all-star and a 300 average. Fun one to put on your ledger.
Yeah, Ryan Hyannis will now try his luck against Holland Towns. He's 1 for 2 tonight with a single and a run scored back in the second inning of action. Brito off of first here as he gets his conservative lead as Towns, the right-hander, from the stretch now with a long pause once again, brings the leg up, brings the pitch home, and it's a called strike. 0-1 now to Ryan Hyannis.
13 strikes to 5 balls for Towns thus far. I've been impressed, I got to tell you. And this is a big spot because if the Harbor Hawks can figure out a way to get 2-3 runs across somehow, some way, you're going to credit Holland Towns for, at this point, if he can get out, keeping him in the game.
Towns The 0-1. In the dirt, blocked there by Poncho Ruiz as he throws over back to Towns as he returns to the mound with the orange Harbor Hawk cap on his head. The Hawks in their blue road jerseys today with the orange lettering, the white pants.
Looking at it, and some bad news to add to it today. I don't have a dollar bill for the 50-50. But also bad news, if these two teams tie, Hyannis staring down the barrel of finishing third in the West.
What happens if the Hawks lose?
Oh, you don't want to know.
Oh, no.
Tie would almost be worse. No, it wouldn't.
0-1. Nice block by Ruiz. He gets in front of the plate. Burrito's going to advance anyway.
Yep.
He spiked the pitch. Towns says, my bad to Ruiz, and he'll head back to the mound now having to deal with a runner on second base.
Well, Hyannis already lost the season series to Katuitt. If you tie here today, you lose the season series to Bourne, and at that point, if they still hold on tonight, it's 51 points for Katuitt. Hyannis would move to 51 points. Bourne would have 50.
Math.
And then if Bourne beats Katuitt, they would have 52.
I feel like we're commentating golf now.
Scratch the three-way tie thing. Also, Scoop, I didn't have a dollar bill. Sorry, my friend. I like this Scoop guy.
Down and in, 3-1 to Ryan Hyannis.
Where'd that one miss?
Down and in. Hunter Furtado of the Bourne Braves walking around doing the 50-50 raffle tonight.
I think you mean Nelly Furtado, but that's okay.
I don't know who that is.
Nelly Furtado?
You don't know?
Who's that?
Wow. Read a book.
I've read plenty, thank you, as that one misses inside for ball 4. Couple of walks now for Holland Towns as he puts runners on first and second with 2 down.
Shortstop, number 16, out of Pepperdine, John Peck.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. Had you read a book, you probably would have ever read about Nelly Furtado.
Well, she's a singer, apparently.
Yeah.
Don't
Watch a
know
music
her.
video.
It's okay.
Guy.
Doesn't look like she's been irrelevant since 06.
Hey, watch it. She's
What's the
probably
Harbor
listening.
Hawks record against Bourne this year? It is 1, 2,
Oh,
and
no.
2.
Here comes the love chat. Love chat. Baby love chat. You never seen that movie, have you? You don't know the song Love Chat or Love Shack, do you?
I know the song. I don't know what it's from. The radio. 2 down. John Peck at the plate. He swings to the first pitch. Slow rolling ground ball to Nishida. Moving to his left. Throw to first in time. Inning over. Bourne strands 2. Hawks have work to do. Top of the 6th inning on the way from Doran Park on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
When you need a better place to work, CapeSpace is the place to turn. In today's changing work environment, shared workspaces offer a flexible and affordable alternative to conventional office space. At CapeSpace, we offer a wide range of membership packages to suit your professional needs, complete with office amenities like high-speed Wi-Fi, coffee, printing stations, reception service, and private meeting rooms. Visit our website today to learn more.
UFOS Active Recovery. Because life keeps you on your toes. Because you want to shine when you rise. UFOM technology absorbs impact with every step, so your body doesn't have to. Because standing still gets you nowhere. Get yours today at ufos.com. Feel better. Feel the U.
Welcome back. Doran Park, the scene. Buzzards Bay, the location.
Construction site.
What's
the ground
behind
we
us.
stand on.
Yeah. Bourne Braves hold a 4-2 lead.
You ever thought about building a construction site around a baseball stadium?
No.
It's kind of like the same guy that had the idea for Tuesday morning.
We talked about that yesterday.
Yeah.
Tuesday morning, like the store?
Exactly.
You know what it is? How do you know what that is?
Exactly. What?
Am I the only guy who doesn't know what a Tuesday morning store is?
Yeah, they have one in Columbia, Missouri.
Bingo.
I brought all my kitchenware from there.
And the same guy who had that idea said, why not build a construction site? around a baseball park.
Leading off the sixth.
Truth
for
be told,
Hyannis,
I
the
couldn't
first
tell you
baseman,
what
number
Tuesday morning
37 out of
sells.
Florida Atlantic.
Well, they're only open Tuesday
apparently
mornings.
Kitchen set. Is that you bought it there?
Yeah. No, they
do
had
sell kitchenware and stuff like that. And I'm selling the Harbor Hawks winning this ball game.
Ah,
that's a bold claim. Okay.
Well, you either buy or sell. And I'm going to, love chat, XYZ. Get with it.
Fisher back on the mound. First pitch he brings home to Jackson Ross. Misses low for a ball. Jackson Ross is 1 for 1 today with a single, a walk, and a run scored. Busy day for the FAU first baseman.
I'd like to know how the love chat finds us. Every game.
Apparently they love the Hawks. So fouled off 1 and 2.
Well, I think a
the
couple
Hawks
nights
love
ago
them.
it found the whole league.
The love chat?
Yeah.
No, some broadcasts turn comments off. They don't have a live chat on some of them.
Well, then we would never have met Scoop.
I know, so it's kind of a trade-off. What do you want from us? We'll delete them as they pop up.
Oh, well, I don't know why we do. It's just great emojis.
The 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2 the count.
Is that a donkey?
I don't know. What did you just
Zach,
realize?
what?
What if you just...
Did you just pull out a popsicle again?
No.
What?
I melt like the last one.
The last one got 2 nibbles, and that was it for that. 2-2.
Yeah, tried to fool him with a ball in the dirt, a fastball in the dirt in the left-handed batter's box. Not today.
No.
Ha.
Zach, I have bad news. You weren't at the game yesterday. I found one more grape possible, and I ate the whole thing.
Oh.
In the middle of the broadcast, too. I asked him not to. Didn't spill, though. Didn't spill. It was quite
I was
impressive.
doing play-by-play as well. That one is a breaking
Oh.
ball. Ross checks the
Okay.
swing. He did not go, and they confirmed that. 3-2 full count.
Good call.
A leadoff walk would be nice here for the Hawks.
Well, what would happen after that, huh?
But, yeah, who knows?
Jeez.
4-2 the score. Hawks have had runners on base, and stop me if you've heard this before, they haven't scored that many of them. The 3-2. Ross pops it up, drifting out of play. It'll go behind us off towards the hill, and it'll be an easy souvenir for a fan who crawls under the netting and makes the play.
Don't say easy. They had to go past, it looks
Orange.
like a tractor.
Orange tape.
Yeah.
You know.
And the tractor had to climb under it and grab it, and luckily there's nobody manning that thing. Just about 1.5 feet away from the crane. Surprised they parked those next to each other so close.
The 3-2. Fouled off.
I like that. At some point in time, Fisher's going to miss. The same guy that threw 6 balls to start his appearance here today. He's going to throw you a ball in the dirt, a very obvious ball. And maybe that's what Ross is fighting off and waiting for here, but showing great plate discipline. It's cold.
Fisher comes set. 3-2 the count. The pitch to Ross. Fastball, he turns on it, bloops it down the left field line. It's drifting out of play, and it will be a unfun souvenir for a fan.
Yeah, that's construction site left and construction site right for us, and that one goes to the left side. Less machinery there, though.
3-2 as Ross is really, there's been no adjustment for him jumping into the Harbor Hawk lineup today.
Yeah.
Guy who comes from FAU, is only a second game in the Cape Cod Baseball League, has fared quite well so far. Full count pitch. Sends it foul again. It's going to go over one of the buildings that are being built behind us that border the field.
This is a heck of an at-bat from a guy that, like you mentioned, fresh onto this Cape Cod Baseball League and this Hyannis Harbor Hawk roster. He's putting together a good one right now.
Ross at the plate, 3-2 the count. Here comes the pitch. Spikes it in the dirt. It's a walk. Jackson Ross does a nice job of fighting off a couple of tough pitches. Eventually, he works it long enough to draw the walk on 10 pitches. A 10-pitch walk for Jackson Ross.
Yeah, Randy Jackson said it best. No, Randy Travis said it best. Very different people. I told you so.
Randy Jackson.
And I told you so.
I know Randy Jackson.
Randy Jackson, the American Idol, lost a lot of weight, by the way. Randy
for
Travis, country singer, I told you so. Had a stroke pretty recently, but he's starting singing again. I know, hats off.
Jackson Ross off at first. Don Patelli returns to the plate, and he had an RBI, or not an RBI, excuse me, a base hit on a single, nearly an RBI. It was a similar situation. Ross was on first, and Patelli was at the plate, and Ross went first to third.
Yeah.
You got to think, Drake, last night Patelli bunted with one down, the bases loaded. If they let him swing away, maybe he had a result that he did tonight with a base hit.
I guess.
The 1-0 from Fisher. Vitelli fouls it off. 1-1.
6-1 final. I don't know how much it would have mattered in the end. Might as
Katuitt
well
wins?
just- No. Hyannis last night lost. Is that what you
Well,
you
Katuitt
wanted me to
is
say
up.
that?
They are up 6-1.
That's what I thought, yeah.
Top of the 8th.
Also, Ryan Fisher, who's pitching now, was a NCAA Fayetteville Regional All-Tournament team. Guys pitched at Baum Stadium. That's neat.
The 1-1. Low in the dirt.
Yeah, NJIT was that darling team that crept into the regional there in Fayetteville.
They always have one of those. Central Connecticut State has been one. Shout out to those guys.
Coastal Carolina was one until they went out and won the whole shebang.
They weren't in Fayetteville.
Cut on and missed by Patelli, and the count will even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes with the runner off at first. If you're just joining us, welcome. How you doing? Austin Nakuda, Zach Berman to the right, Drake Toll to my left. It's different on your screen, so Drake Toll to your right, Zach Berman to your left, I guess.
I think it's the most entertaining thing we've had to break down so far today.
Swing and a miss. Dom Patelli, fans on the fastball, and he's down for out number 1. Game 44 today of
44. That's all they're playing this
that's
year.
all we play.
That's all they're
44
going to play this season.
of 44.
That's all they're playing at Wareham.
What a blast it's been this summer. The playoffs are coming up, but I can't believe it's gone by so quickly.
Don't do this right now.
Oh.
Yeah,
gonna
you're
get
right,
sentimental?
Austin. I've had such a great summer
No.
with you. Getting to know you guys has been the best part of this past 2 months. I hate that it's almost over.
I mean,
It wasn't
what
where I
do
was
you
going. I was
want from
going to
me?
say, it's crazy it's already game 44. I feel like we just saw Tito Flores' debut yesterday. It's a called strike. Thank you very much.
Hey, I'd rather get the sentimental stuff
hit
out of
your-
the way now
no,
than the playoff game.
what hit you in the nostalgia bone right there?
There wasn't any. I was
Seeing
just
Tito
saying
Flores come to the dish, and you're
he's
like,
got a
I
brand
remember when
new
this guy
bat.
was 12.
I remember when you were 7.
Yeah, June 13th of this year, game 1.
I think it was the 12th. The 0-1
It was-
fouled off.
It was 13th. I'm so
No,
confident. in that.
13th was the home opener. 12th
Ha,
was
it was
the
the 12th.
12th was the game against Wareham.
You're going on mute
three.
the rest of this inning.
Oh, I dare you. I dare you. Scoop and I, we're headed out.
Who is Scoop?
What?
Love chat.
What, is that what you were reading in the chat there?
Yeah,
Zach?
and you started giggling earlier, and you said, with a K. Is that not what you're
Yeah.
talking about?
So then why'd you say who was Scoop?
No, I just his name can't be Scoop.
Really? You don't say. The 0-2 to Tito Flores of ball is
Keen analysis, Zach. How confident are you in that?
I mean, maybe his name could be Scoop. Elon Musk names his kids whatever the heck he wants.
Yeah,
so.
I'm pretty sure Scoop's dad is not Elon Musk, so maybe a swing and a miss on that one.
Flores at the plate. Ross off at first. The count 1-2 as Fisher comes set with 1 down here in the inning. The 1-2. In the dirt, blocked there by Frick, and he's put on a defensive clinic today. We've seen that often here at Bourne by Bourne Brave catchers. First it was Leaked, their catcher the first time we came here, and now it's Frick, and these guys are just, man, they are all-team Gold Glove caliber catchers.
Should probably clean the plate off, though. No, there's no plate.
I can't even see it.
No plate. Got to clean that plate off.
Why would we do that?
Why? Got to clean that plate off.
The 2-2.
Somebody.
Fisher comes set. Here comes the pitch. Flores, it nearly hit him on the hand, but he checked his swing, so it hit the knob of the bat.
Well, I'll tell you, Austin, the plate's not very clean. You can't really see the plate.
2-2 with 1 down in the inning as Tito's at the plate. No movement to clean the plate.
I don't know if Tito is at the plate. I can't see where it is. No one can.
Lucky Riku Nishida's not at the plate. He would dust it right off.
I think I'm just getting frustrated at everything at this point.
Ross off at first. Fisher will do the 2-2 again. Swing and a miss. Flores goes down swinging. Back-to-back punch-outs for the right-hander from NJIT.
Wow. I got to say, I'm surprised.
About?
The Harbor Hawks with a man
Center
on
fielder
base
number
here.
26 out of Northeastern, Michael Sirota.
Nobody down. You would think that the production would continue. Instead, 2 strikeouts in a row. Wow. Also, Bria.
Hi, Bria.
Rocket science here.
I mean, wow. We are. She struck out 4 times so far.
Holy cow.
Looks like the Hawks. First pitch to Sirota, misses low and outside, and we're in business as
Promise. If Mike Sirota hits a home run right here, it'll be the most frustrating thing that happens
It would
all
tie
day
the game.
today.
It would tie the game.
tie the game.
It's been a slow-moving game today with Jackson Ross being one of the bright spots. The Sirota fans on that one. 1-1 the count evens up. Ross is only in his 2nd game on Cape Cod. He's walked twice. He's also singled.
Yeah.
Reach base 3 out of 3. Okay, Jackson Ross, I see you.
Yeah. You can now. You went to the eye doctor, huh?
The 1-1.
Yeah.
Misses low, 2-1.
They got my contacts right. They screwed my glasses up. I had to go back yesterday.
Where did you go to the eye doctor in Hingham, or was this on the Cape?
I went in Hingham because it's Warby Parker. It's actually
Okay.
the same that I use back in New Jersey.
Oh, no free sponsors.
So you go to the eye doctor and the chiropractor in Hingham?
Yeah.
Man, you should move to Hingham.
Yeah.
That is your spot,
Is that
huh?
the only place your insurance works?
No.
Oh.
It's just because I don't feel like starting up with like a new doctor and all of that.
Start me up.
And Hingham is about 2 hours from Yarmouth with
Yeah.
traffic.
And about 24 hours
2-1.
from Columbia, Missouri.
Misses outside, 3-1. So Zach Berman's well traveled.
Yeah, do you go to Hingham when you're in Como?
No.
Oh, okay. Quick flight up for a weekend, hit the chiropractor, hit the eye doctor.
Nah, same chiropractor or same company.
Is your eye doctor?
No, that
way.
I use in
Sign
that
me
I
up
use in
if that's
Columbia.
Guy's a witch
Missouri.
doctor.
Chiropractor, eye doctor.
Orthodontist.
Yeah. Barber, the 3-1 to Sirota's fouled off. Count moves to full.
Hey, Zach just got a haircut, by the way.
2 down.
I did get a haircut.
Riku Nishida is on deck with Jackson Ross on first. He'll be off on the next pitch. I like the haircut. Looks great.
Thanks. Oh,
I think we all got our haircut recently.
I didn't.
Your 14 days must be coming up, man.
Yeah, I'm at day 12. So we're right there on the cusp. We're going to see Angel.
Tomorrow?
Angel's
Off
cuts.
day.
Yeah, true.
The 3-2 fouled off again. So Ross, who started on the pitch, will have to return back to first base.
Well,
as Mike Sirota stays alive.
They've stopped throwing over to Ross. You hate that. You
It
just
must
know
have-
he's gonna bite you.
Somebody in the dugout must have got a hold of Baseball Reference
Yeah.
and said, "Wait a minute,
We've been looking at the wrong. Yeah, they had the scouting reports all one behind today.
Yeah, so I was at the barber today
Uh-oh.
getting this haircut.
All right,
and-
right,
here we
yes,
go.
3-2, 2 down,
yeah,
Zach.
Yeah, I'll get to you after this next.
All
break.
right.
Okay.
Okay.
Still can't see the plate.
Nope.
Sirota digs in. Fisher comes set with Ross on first. Payoff pitch upcoming. Here it is from the right-hander, and it is inside. Frick took a couple steps to the dugout, but the home plate umpire calls it ball 4. And now, Mr. Berman, you were at the barbershop today.
Well, I'd also like to point out that was probably a strike aside from the plate's about an inch deep under dirt and nobody wants to change it.
Well, I'll tell you, the last person that's going to show up to the bat, to the plate,
Hey!
Riku immediately
Thank
comes
you,
in.
Riku cleans the plate off.
No, I was at the barbershop and this place decked out in Red Sox
No?
memorabilia earlier
You
today.
were or you were not?
I was.
Okay.
We said no.
And this guy, I was getting my haircut while the Juan Soto trade and the whole saga with Eric Hosmer
You're
was
telling
going
me,
down.
yeah, no kidding.
And as I walked out, the barber said,
The
"Hey,"
doc.
The chiropractor, Dr. Barber, eyeglass guy, yes, he said.
he said, because I left right as the
Called
Hosmer deal
strike?
fell through with San Diego. He said, if the Red Sox trade for Eric Hosmer, I'm going to lose it. I get back to my car.
You guys got
10
scissors in
minutes
his hand.
later, I get out of my car to gas up, and I look at my phone. It says the Red Sox have traded for Eric Hosmer, and I lost
Well,
my
you're
mind.
lucky you weren't in the barber chair when that went down,
You
or the
didn't-
orthodontist chair, or the chiropractor chair, or the eyeglass
You
chair.
didn't hear
whatever.
there was a barber in
1-1
Hamilton
to
went
Nishida.
off the rails today. Yeah, they finally got the guy in custody. Apparently, it's some Major League Baseball, something.
Hosmer.
Yeah.
The Red Sox get Eric Hosmer at the deadline for those Massachusetts natives or Red Sox fans listening. That was pretty much it. They got Tommy Pham. They traded Christian Vasquez.
Wish I knew what any
They
of
got
that
Reese
meant.
McGuire.
Yeah. Oh, big.
The 1-1 to Riku. Cut on and missed. 1-2 now the count to Nishida. First,
Riku was-
second, 2 down. Hawks chasing 2 runs. Riku Nishida 2 for 3 tonight. Would love to come through here.
Riku was trying to put the Hawks up with that swing. He was looking to hit one over that fence. Short fence here. I feel like we always forget to mention short fence
I
here.
think we mentioned it a couple times.
Yeah.
The 1-2 misses low to Riku. 2-2, 2 down.
You also got a great view of Bria playing with a baby behind us. That's pretty neat.
Hey, Quinn.
The things that the booth cam gives us. The Manning cam. First team on Cape to have one of those. Ha. Take that to it. Get lights.
Riku has some dirt in his eye from cleaning off the 3 inches of dirt that were on the plate before his at bat.
Yeah, first time it's been cleaned off since the last time he came to the dish.
He's pulling a double tonight. Playing second base and being the home plate umpire.
Somebody's got to do it.
2-2. Here it is to Riku. He takes at the eyes. Full count once again is Fisher. Certainly losing his command a bit. He's already issued a couple of walks in this inning.
I think Riku would be the best umpire out of everybody out in this team.
I'd say so. He's got a keen eye for the plate. 3-2, 2 down. Nishida at the plate. The runners will be in motion. It's Jackson Ross from FAU on second, Mike Sirota from Northeastern on first, and Riku Nishida, the future Oregon Duck, at the plate. Big spot here. Fisher comes set. The payoff pitch. Called strike 3. The Hawks strand 2 more.
Well, at least they didn't leave the bases loaded, I guess.
So that's been the story of the game. The Hawks just can't seem to get runners in, and maybe Bria Losick will have a better story from the sideline for us. Oh, no.
Well, you got to turn the mic on. Oh, if you don't turn... Yeah, I mean, it's on there. Is it on there?
Is your mic on?
Is your mic
can't hear
mic
you.
on. Mic is on?
Well, folks, Bria Losick would love to give you an update, but we're working on getting her microphone to work. So we'll, here she is.
Thank you so much, Drake Toll, for giving up your
Fans, make sure
headset.
you
I
are
really
in tonight's
appreciate
50/50
that.
raffle.
That's
Tickets
innovation
are
that
still
excites
available at the
folks.
table in front of concessions.
But
Tonight's
like I was
prizes
saying,
include
I'm going to tell you a little bit
pizza
about
tickets from the
this
Plymouth Public House
batting
and other local
league.
businesses, and of course, 50% of
The
tonight's
race
cash
for the
jackpot.
Cape League batting MVP. It's a big
Keep up
one
to
here
speed with
tonight
the Braves
between
and you are away
Matt
from
Shaw
Bourne Park
and
by
Mitch
visiting our website
Jebb.
at
Matt Shaw came in with the
bournebrace.org.
highest
You should
batting
follow us on Twitter and
average
like us on Instagram and
into
Facebook.
this game.
You will be kept up to date all
But
year
Mitch
long
Jebb
with
is
the Braves.
quickly catching up to him. Mitch is 1
Fans,
for
you can
3 on
visit
the
our
night and
souvenir
now
stand
holds a
right downstairs in
361
the
batting
press box
average,
to get your
while
Braves
Matt
attire,
has
and you
dropped
can
to
visit
a
our concession stand to get some
366
tasty
batting
treats.
average, going
We are
0 for
proud to be
3.
serving
So
Quahog
watch
Republic
out for
clam chowder
that.
this
If Mitch
season.
gets a hit in his next at bat, you might just see those tables turn a little bit. Back to you guys in the booth.
Thank you, as always,
you.
Bria, for the amazing update from the sideline. We'll take a quick break before the bottom of the 6th on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
Best ever? Good question. Wait, why do you sound like Dr. J in your head? I've always sounded like Dr. J in my head, which means Dr. J's outside voice sounds like my inside voice? Which Coke? The doc would know. He got the world to call him doctor without going to med school. There's only one best ever.
If you live here, fun is your thing. If you live here, tough is your thing. Smart is your thing. Caring is your thing. If you live in Massachusetts, community is your thing. Since 1972, the Massachusetts State Lottery has provided over $25 billion to help cities and towns with the things they need most. If you live here, giving is your thing.
Hello and welcome back to Doran Park. Holland Towns returns to the mound. He'll have to face Tomas Frick to start the inning off, and he's already ahead of Frick now as that first pitch goes by for a called strike, 0-1, and now Towns quickly back to the mound here as he winds up, fires. It's 0-2. Look at that, Zach Berman. A quick couple of pitches. We didn't miss even a beat.
A breaking ball, and Pancho Ruiz catches the foul tip already. Holland Towns ahead big in the count.
Tried to show him the high fastball. Not a bad pitch. Might get some guys to chase on. 1-2 now the count. Bottom of the 6th inning. How we got here? The Hawks scored a run in the first. They then scored another run in the 4th. That was all for them. Bourne put a 3-run second inning on the board, followed by a 1-run third thanks to a solo home run from Mac Horvath. Leads the Hawks 4-2 as Towns hung a breaking ball. Frick didn't miss it by much, and Flores near the wall, he makes a catch. Tito Flores may have just saved a home run.
I think he might have. Flores was watching that ball up in the sky, and, you know, hey, there's your short wall coming into play. Credit to Tito, though. He tracked that ball perfectly, and I got to watch the replay, you know, maybe from the Bourne broadcast to see if he reached over the fence or not.
I agree.
Lewis.
It's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wall is about the same size as that one guy that plays for Wareham. And that's about 2, maybe 3 feet, if that. I think it's Falmouth, actually. It was Falmouth. That guy, you know what I'm talking about. 9-hole hitter.
That guy.
And Flores just takes that off the top of the fence.
Ball 1 now to Nadir Lewis, who's 0 for 1 with a walk, and I guess he gets credited with an RBI for walking with the bases loaded.
Also really good stuff from Bria there. Thank you, Bria.
Thank you, as always, to Bria Losick for the sideline report. And, yes, that's something to watch. The Mitch Jebb Matt Shaw batting title race, so that's a called strike. Now, Shaw does have the advantage of an extra game tomorrow, so if things don't go his way tonight, he can always rack up a couple hits tomorrow. But on the other side of it, that could be a bad thing because he could go 0 for 4 and give the title right away to Mitch Jebb. 1-1 now to Lewis. Breaking ball, he way on top of it. It fouls up and off of him. 1-2.
I got some bad news for you. Just watch the replay.
Oh.
They don't show the left field foul pole on
Yeah,
their
they
feed.
don't. They have one camera.
One camera, and you just saw
And
Tito
no
Flores
mic.
run just off the screen.
Also, to those who have commented today, thank you, including a new love chat, XYZ. You hear that one over there?
What happened? You all right?
You just break
Yeah.
your,
No.
drop your headset on accident?
Might have.
What?
1-2. Cut
There we
on and
go.
missed. Down goes Lewis, says. Towns powers a fastball by him, throw it number 2.
If the Harbor Hawks win this game, Austin,
oh, don't you start.
That's where I'm pointing.
Alabama,
That was the moment. That strikeout. You could see it in the dugout. The guys, their eyes lit up. Now the bullpen's getting fired up. Riku Nishida just put a big fist in the air. That could be the moment. Who'd the Red Sox get today?
You don't know any of them, I don't think.
No, there's no chance I do, yeah.
Eric Hosmer.
Put that to me in college football terms.
Let's see. Oh, college football terms? No
Yeah.
shot. I can do that. I don't
There are
watch
a ton
that
of
sport.
trades. Ooh, what?
2-0. Why would I watch college football? I don't care about it. The 1-0 to Bryce Zeppelin. He's 3 for
football's the
3
best.
today. Yeah, I watch NFL football religiously.
Well, college football is
So
where
it's
the
real.
money. It's where the money's made.
I love that we're having this whole college football conversation while a guy from Bama's at the plate.
He doesn't play for Bama, though. That one's lined to short. Don Patelli makes the catch. A 1-2-3 inning as Holland Towns has given the Hawks something to hang their hats on tonight. 3 scoreless innings for the right-handed pitcher, and he's made a fine day at the mound. Inning over.
When Alaska Airlines needed a partner for the complex operations of travel, they made the switch to T-Mobile. Our 5G has Alaska Airlines and their customers covered, from major hubs to remote destinations. With 5G coverage ready now for the demands of today and the future. T-Mobile's network powers Alaska Airlines as they deliver next-level care for all customers. 5G ready now. That's how unconventional thinking is better for business.
Tastes like a Coke.
We nailed it!
Coke Zero Sugar.
Have they nailed it?
Sounds like they really nailed it, huh?
Nailed it. And that's when you said, so it really tastes like a Coke.
Yeah, that's the point.
Well, the rally caps are on in Buzzards Bay.
I think you're the only guy with one on. Man.
What did you just say?
What?
You're the only guy with one on. The only
I heard. I think Zach heard the same thing. You're the only
I
guy
heard
with one arm.
I heard that.
Nope.
Yeah,
Wasn't
you
what
gotta
I said.
enunciate your words, man.
Nope.
Hey, I just got to tell you,
Start
how
confusing people.
about Holland Towns? If the Harbor Hawks can find a way, it doesn't. It's only a 4-2 game. Feels like it's a lot more considering the way the bats have been. But if the Harbor Hawks can find some way, any way to scratch across a couple runs and get a dub here, you're going to look back at him because he did his job and then some. Shut down this high-powered Bourne offense for 3 innings. He kept the Hawks in the game.
Look, if that happens and the Harbor Hawks win, I'm going to look back and think, Bourne, what did you do?
The rally cap is definitely on.
You look ridiculous. Mitch Jebb will lead us off. It's 2-3-4. Jebb, Earhart, Ruiz.
Got it a little too tight. It's kind of pulling the eyebrows. Like a free Botox. Is that what that is?
You did that to yourself.
Is that what Botox is?
Fisher's gone 1 1/3. He hasn't allowed a hit, but he has walked 3. Mitch Jebb shows bunt, but he can't connect. The count moves to 1-1. It was Cade Boxrucker, the guy who has been arguably the Bourne Braves' best starter, who got the start tonight. He allowed 5 base runners across 2 innings, but just 1 run came across. He was followed up by Grundy, who went 2 2/3 while allowing just 1 run. He allowed 4 base runners. Mitch Jebb called strike 1 and 2. And now on the mound is Ryan Fisher. And stop me if you've heard this before. 3 walks. None of them have scored.
Yeah. I think everybody for the Harbor Hawks has been on base twice to this point.
The Hawks have walked 7 times.
No chance that's real.
They've also
Yes, it
had
is.
5 hits, so make that 12 base runners, and they've scored just 2 runs. The 1-2 to Jeb. Swung on and missed. Down goes Jeb. He doesn't do that very often. His first strikeout tonight and his first strikeout in recent memory for out number 1 here of the top of the 7th inning.
I feel like I'm reading the same
Tampa,
script to every game at this point. It follows the same script. It's only a 2-run game, but the way the Harbor Hawks are at the plate, it's almost demoralizing in a sense.
Don't worry, Zach. They'll get the bases loaded here.
Called strike. 0-1.
I mean, if you love base runners, it's got to be your favorite team in the league. They do still lead the Cape Cod Baseball League in runs, too.
Earhart pops it up right field. Drifting back is Burrito, the first baseman. He makes a catch on the shallow grass for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down here on the top of the 7th inning. For your first place Harbor Hawks, it's now Pancho Ruiz coming up to the
Catcher
dish.
number 17 out of San Diego State, Pancho
With a loss
Ruiz.
tonight, Hyannis stares down the dangerous barrel of being, no, they will be. They'll be the 3 seed. Hyannis will not have a home field advantage in the playoffs if they lose
Thursday,
tonight.
we would hit the road.
Either come here or Katuitt.
We won't be coming here, I don't believe. Well, it depends, I guess.
Yeah, tomorrow's game.
Yeah.
Won't matter to us, really.
Nope.
I don't know. I'd rather play Katuitt probably.
Well, they don't have lights, so. The 0-1 from Fisher. Pancho fouls it off. 0-2 now the count to Ruiz.
They don't bring in lights for the playoffs?
No.
You know, Dean College, okay, they bring in portable lights for the softball field early in the spring so they can play games and practice under the lights.
Well,
I don't know why. I mean, Katuitt could do that. That's actually true.
yeah,
that is a thing.
Heaven forbid the second richest team on Cape do that.
Ruiz checks his swing. He makes contact, fouls it off right above our heads. The count holds at 0-2, and there's a pinch hitter on deck. His name's Cole McConnell, so if the inning extends any further past Ruiz, Nolan Shonowell's day will be done, and Cole McConnell will come up to the plate.
Would have liked to have seen Cole McConnell in the starting lineup today.
The 0-2 to Pancho. Fouls it off again.
Yeah, you know, that's
tough cookie.
I get it, you know, Katuitt. You step back, baseball, back in time, no lights. Hey. Wish they would.
1-2 now to Ruiz as he takes.
Well, I had the conversation with Nick Johnson earlier today, and he said that if, the tie goes out the window in the playoffs, you're playing extra innings, you got to determine a winner. If the game gets too dark, you restart the next day, 12 p.m. tomorrow. The next day, you kick back off.
Where?
I don't know.
Same place.
Yeah.
No.
The 1-2.
So you kick off, that one's fouled away.
So
you
let's
kick
just
off at 12, and then you play at 6 again at a different ballpark?
So let's just say hypothetically.
We didn't confirm that, but that seems to be what it would be, but we did not confirm.
There's no way that's
Yes,
real.
it would, because the schedule is home away home for the top seed.
Oh, that's just awful.
So
though.
technically speaking, yes, that's how it'd be, but I don't know if they make any changes if that situation arises. That one is spiked, hits the brick backstop, and goes back to Frick. 2-2 the count to Pancho as he won't go down quietly.
So that sounds like, let's say you go 12 innings, game 1 in Katuitt. The next morning you get up, you got to go back to Katuitt, you finish that game.
If anybody's going 12 innings and Katuitt, my gosh.
Well, Mike Roberts
must not. Yeah, Mike Roberts also must not be the manager that night.
I'm just playing the hypothetical card.
He'll
Could
put in
happen
a
in Brewster.
position
could
player
happen.
What if a meteor hits the world tomorrow? Then what do we do?
The 2-2 to Ruiz. He fouls it off on a check swing. Pancho not going down without a fight.
A hypothetical card.
9 pitches now to Pancho Ruiz in this at-bat. All the strikes have been fouled off. He hasn't taken a pitch or swung and missed. 6 foul balls in this at-bat. The 10th pitch, or excuse me, the I believe 10th pitch.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
9th pitch. Here's the 9th pitch of the at-bat. Lined to left field. It's a fair ball. Ruiz puts it down the left field line. Pancho's on his horse. The speedy catcher is pulling up into second. It will not be a triple, even though there was a bobble in left field. Pancho Ruiz has himself a 2-out double.
I'm pretty confident that's the best at-bat Pancho's put together all season.
Yeah, no,
I'd
I
say
would actually
so.
agree with that.
A 9-pitch double, yeah.
100%.
Good stuff from Pancho. And now Cole McConnell with a runner in scoring position.
And they're also going to have a pinch runner, too. So Caleb Spur comes in for a poncho to run. Add some speed and scoring position, and the pinch hitter will be Cole McConnell in exchange for Nolan Shonowell.
The catcher Ruiz, number 2 out of Endicott College, Caleb Spur.
By the way, 8 guys have been left on base so far for the Harbor Hawks through
Cole McConnell.
6 innings today. Just thought I'd throw that out there.
So I assume that means George Corona will take the catching reins bottom of the 7th inning.
Cole McConnell's in the lineup here.
Yeah, McConnell, the pinch hitter, 258 on the year, 3 homers, 21 runs driven in. That's been his strong suit, and he has a chance to drive in one here with Spur, the pinch runner, off of second base with 2 down. Fisher still on the mound. First pitch to McConnell, misses low for a ball, 1-0.
Yeah, Fisher's still on the bump. Pretty surprising, his outing has not been spectacular, but again, another great scenario where a pitcher's whip is through the roof, but gosh dang it, the Harbor Hawks cannot put a run on the board against the guy.
Fisher comes set the 1-0. Called strike at the knees, 1-1 the count, evens up to the Louisiana Tech Bulldog, Cole McConnell.
Well, it makes sense that you're stretching Fisher out here because now if you're Bourne, you don't have an off day tomorrow, and then you're going to go straight into game 1 of the playoffs. So you're going to need as much longevity from your bullpen as possible.
You've already used 3 of your best pitchers today. Really tough going into the playoffs.
The 1-1. McConnell fouls it off. Bourne certainly playing for better seeding as they put their 3 best arms or their best starter. Then Grundy's probably their best reliever.
Right.
Fisher's up there too. He's been successful and he's thrown 24 2/3 innings coming into the night.
Oh, yeah, they can win this one and tomorrow. They win the West.
Yeah, they're going for it.
They are going for it.
1-2 the count. Cole McConnell stands in with a man in scoring position for the Hawks. Fisher gets the signs from Tomas Frick, the catcher. The right-hander comes set. Here comes the 1-2. McConnell sent it to center field. It's going to get down for a base hit. Caleb Spurs coming around to score, and Cole McConnell's got an RBI single, and it plays perfectly for the Hawks. The pinch runner scores, the pinch hitter hits, and it's 4-3.
Is that what I think that is? Is that a hit with a runner in scoring position?
Indeed it is, Zach Berman. The Hawks, who have stranded so many runners in scoring position over the last couple of days. Cole McConnell, the pinch hitter, comes through.
What a piece of hitting by McConnell. That ball was in on his hands on a 1-2 pitch. McConnell really just had to try and fend it off, and instead he poked it out into center field. That's one of the best pieces of hitting we have seen by anybody in a Harbor Hawk jersey all season, and it couldn't have come at a more important time.
The Hawks only down a run now.
Forgot what it felt like to smile. Wow.
First pitch inside, misses for a ball. Jackson Ross has come up to the plate 3 times. He's reached base safely all 3. 2 walks and a single and a run scored.
This guy batting .333 now this season.
Yeah.
Humbeb. I like that. Showing great plate discipline.
McConnell on first. Ross chops that one foul. 1-1 the count. Any chance we see Cole McConnell in motion with 2 down here?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so. I mean, he put him at second. That doesn't change. Based on what we've seen so far tonight, wouldn't change too much.
Well, the Hawks are out hitting the Braves now. 7 hits to 6 for Bourne.
Oh, yeah.
Just trailing a run.
Story of my life.
Fisher comes set. McConnell on first. Here comes the 1-1. Fly ball, left field. Coming in is Slide. He got a late break on it, and the Rutgers left fielder makes the catch to put an end to the top half of the 7th inning. The Hawks do get back a run thanks to an RBI single from Cole McConnell. As the Hawks are now down just 1 run, and before we go to the bottom half of the 7th inning, a quick word from the Massachusetts State Lottery, the proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. The Mass State Lottery is celebrating the games we love playing, from the baseball diamond to the many lottery games that help support all 351 cities and towns across the Commonwealth. So here's to 50 years of winning and 50 more as we take a brief break on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
Gannon's Tavern is the home of incredible wings, handcrafted cocktails, ice-cold beer, and Keno. Their innovative tavern menu features seafood, great sandwiches, steaks grilled to perfection, and stunning specialty dishes. There's no better place to watch your favorite New England pro football team than Gannon's Tavern, in their large bar or outside on their covered deck, complete with TV and sound. Gannon's Tavern, 959 Burses Way, Hyannis. Like them on Facebook and Instagram.
Yes, soon at Gannon's Tavern.
With Hood Milk, you can trust your family is getting high-quality milk in every nutritious and delicious drop. It begins here on farms that Hood selects, with farmers who uphold the highest standards and who pledge to never use artificial growth hormones. And you'll see that care continue right to your home with our Light Block bottle, which protects the fresh taste of your milk. At Hood, we never stop caring about our milk because you never stop caring about your family. Always good, always Hood.
Ty Langenberg, the new man on the mound for the Hyannis Harborhawks, as we welcome you back to Doran Park here for the bottom of the 7th inning. And we got to tip our caps a bit to Holland Towns, who went 3 shutout innings out of the bullpen. He allowed 1 hit, no runs, 2 walks, while striking out 2. And he's the reason you're still in this ball game. The Hawks down just 1 run.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big hit right there for Hyannis offensively. But if you want to talk about a guy who's helped string it together defensively, Holland Towns was that guy for you. So Hyannis, if they can continue the timely hits, the offense is what I'm worried about. Haven't been worried about pitching or defense in the last few days at all. But yes, you're right. Holland Towns still, it's gone really drastically overlooked how good the pitching has been. So now you get Ty Langenberg in, and Ty is, look, let's be candid about it. Ty has not been as strong or consistent as we saw him in his first couple of appearances. It's been spotty, but even still, even when he is not at his best necessarily, he's still really good. So what Ty Langenberg will we get tonight? Is it the 1 earned run through 2 innings, Ty Langenberg, or the no earned run through 2 innings, Ty Langenberg?
So the Hawks make the call to the bullpen, bring in Ty Langenberg. Tonight's call to the bullpen sponsored by T-Mobile, who is proud to sponsor the Cape Cod Baseball League. T-Mobile is committed to serve those who serve, and that's why they go above and beyond for our active duty military, veterans, and first responders. Visit your neighborhood T-Mobile store or T-Mobile.com to learn more. Langenberg will work from the windup here. As the Hawks are back in the game, the energy starting to shift back. First pitch is a fastball to the backstop, 1-0, as he'll have to face the toughest part of the Bourne order, Matt Shaw, Mac Ravaith, and Chris Brito, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah, I'd be careful with Shaw.
Yeah. 5 long balls, 19 runs driven in. Hit for the cycle against the Hawks. He is 0 for 3 tonight as he takes a called strike.
Yeah, Shaw had one of the only homers we've seen hit against Hyannis all season where, the second it was hit, your jaw just almost dropped.
Ground ball to short. Patelli charges in. Throw across the diamond in time. Dom Patelli shows off the arm and makes the routine play for out number 1.
I like that you said that. It was a routine play, but wow. In the last 7 or 8 games, the Harbor Hawks have had their struggles with the errors on the field, so to see...
I think it's the first time we've heard that one. We've been here 3 times this year.
Prefer that to the PA system in some ballparks. First pitch to Mac Horvath is a foul ball, 0-1 as the Bourne Braves game day operations crew tries to fire up the crowd, get their team to spark a rally. The Harbor Hawks would like to put a stop to any late inning.
You ever felt like you were at a high school baseball game / construction site?
Just now, the 0-1 to Horvath. Ground ball foul, 0-2 to the 3-hitter who has a solo home run today.
I think I was having some kind of, really deep revelation there in the middle of that. I hope. I don't remember what it was.
An epiphany?
Yeah, epiphany.
That was my ex-girlfriend's name. What? Like I can't have ex-girlfriends?
The 0-2. Fly ball. Hit a mile high to left field. Flores is charging in. Patelli moves out. It's Tito Flores, the left fielder, who calls him off and makes the catch. A little bit of a dramatic out number 2.
Tito in left field tonight has been really, really good. He saved that one. Could have dropped. He also robbed a home run. So the defense and the pitching have been to this point what have kept the Harbor Hawks in this game.
Well, if you're just joining us, we're live from TD Garden, where the Let's Go Celtics chants have begun to ring through the park. Langenberg on the mound looking to work a 1-2-3 inning. That one goes to the backstop as well. George Corona, the new catcher this inning, replacing Pancho Ruiz.
I was just kidding, by the way. I didn't have an ex-girlfriend named Epiphany.
Oh, really?
It was Aristophanes.
What was that, Ancient Greek?
No, family name.
The 1-0. Brito over the top of the breaking ball. Looks like the changeup from Langenberg.
Also, I think that chant over there has made the Bourne Braves want to play in this game less. I think somehow
Since
or
it
another.
started, they've gone down.
Yeah, they have. That turned the ball game. It gave all the momentum to the Harbor Hawks after the red and white chant from the stadium.
1-1. Oh, Langenberg spikes the changeup. Boat on the lip of the grass in front of home plate. It bounces to the backstop, and he'll try to throw it again. 2-1.
Hey, if you got it, throw it. No way. Love Chat's back. Third time's a charm, man.
Hey, relentless.
LoveChat.xyz.
Relentless. The 2-1 from Langenberg to Brito. Big swing and a miss. As that looks like the changeup again. Langenberg looks like he's exclusively throwing that pitch to Brito.
Well, get ready. He's going to throw the ball in the dirt here. He's going to skip it about 47 feet and then come back with a strikeout. Yeah, no kidding.
That changeup's got so much movement to it. The 3-2, and he got him swinging. Down goes Brito. 1-2-3 tie. Langenberg takes over and makes quick work of the Bourne Braves. We only got 2 innings left. The Harbor Hawks need a run to tie the game up. 4-3 the score at Doran Park.
Hey, Mama, what's up?
Did you switch my service from Verizon to T-Mobile?
Yep. T-Mobile has the only nationwide 5G.
Well, Mr. Know-It-All, let's see if you right about that.
Mama. Hey, Mama, I'm working.
It works at the pie shop.
T-Mobile's 5G works inside and out. Hey, what you need, Mama? I'm trying to watch the game with my boys.
It works in the park.
Oh, okay. Mama?
It works at the aquarium, in the parking garage, at the beach, in the elevator. It works in the movie theater, too. Oh, shush yourself. I'm talking to my baby.
You're driving me crazy.
I was just calling you to say thank you, baby. I love you.
I love you too, Mama. Yes, Mama.
It works in the kitchen. Tell Mama.
Mama?
5G, it works in the club.
Who are you in a club with?
All about it. Tell Mama.
The Bourne Braves crowd is fired up as a new pitcher takes the mound.
And it might just be what gives the Harbor Hawks a win.
Yeah, it seemed to work the opposite as the right-handed pitcher,
Matt Duffy.
Thank you, Zach Berman. Not that Matt Duffy, but this Matt Duffy, the right-hander. 6'1" from Canisius College. I've never heard of Canisius College.
You've never heard of Canisius?
Buffalo, no.
College
6
basketball
innings.
season, Sunday comes around, you need a little extra, that's where you go, Canisius.
Well, it's sports betting now legal in Mass, or they're working towards finalizing it. I think it'll be ready to go by football season. But for Matt Duffy, 6 scoreless innings this season. Drake, would you like the good news or the bad news?
Is Duffy Vampire Slayer?
Don't know what that means.
That's a good reference.
The good news is he's allowed to hit. The bad news is he's only allowed 1 hit in 6 innings. So there's really no good news.
Remember that earlier in the game where you tried to send me home? Can we get back? Can we go back to that?
So Matt Duffy enters with 6 scoreless innings of 1-hit baseball under his belt. Don Patelli will greet him in the left-handed batter's box. Duffy fires ball 1.
Well, all Duffy's got to do is miss 1 pitch, and the second hit he gives up this season with screaming Bourne fans over there could give the Harbor Hawks a tie ball game.
The 1-0 from Duffy to Patelli, and he goes after a pitch at the letters, just can't connect. 1-1 the count.
Also, a tie sucks. You might as well
I prefer the
lose.
bloop and the blast to just the blast.
A tie wouldn't do anything for you except just make you sadder than a loss.
I don't know. We were down in this game. Tie would be okay.
No, it would do the same thing as a loss.
The 1-1. Patelli's slow rolling ground ball, but he stumbled out of the box. Going to be a tough play for Peck. He is... Oh, he's in time.
Yeah.
The throw's in time by Peck from short. If Patelli didn't stumble, he would have been safe, but he tripped briefly coming out of the box.
Peck threw a pop fly to Brito. He just decided to throw as high in the air as possible. A little rainbow toss. And then, luckily, Patelli just almost fell. He dropped to a knee coming out of the box, and that's what did it.
Top of the 8th inning here. 1 down. Tito Flores, the 8-hole hitter today for the Hawks at the plate. He's 0 for 2, but he does have a sac fly and an RBI to his name. Duffy's been spectacular so far. We'll see if the Hawks can crack the code that nobody else has been able to so far in the Cape Cod Baseball League. Ball 1 to Tito. The bad news with Duffy is he can work multiple innings, too, if you need him to.
Why do you keep going?
The 1-0. Fly ball, foul, 1-1. Reverse jinx, maybe? What do you want me to say?
Duffy does have their best ERA. Well,
Yeah.
it's 0.
It's Eric Beatty numbers.
Yeah, close to it. I think Beatty had under 0.
But Beatty was eligible for the ERA title. Duffy
He
won't
also
be.
pitched
You're
here
not.
Bourne.
Yeah. The Canisius product is
Well-
from Burlington, Ontario.
I think Beatty played in Bourne when the field was actually in Bourne.
Yeah,
Now it's in Buzzards Bay. The 1-1 misses low and out, 2-1.
Remember that one time that Pancho Ruiz got called out on strike 3 looking?
Yeah, that was in Katuitt.
That's what that was.
Yeah.
Yep, get to it. Fouled off a bunch of them and got called out on strike 3.
Duffy, the 2-1. Tito, slow roller to short again. Same play. Peck this time. His throw is on the line, and it makes it a easier play for the shortstop. Flores has retired a couple of 6-3 groundouts. Have 2 down here. The Hawks are down to just their final 4 outs.
Oh, broken bat action there for Tito Flores to throw that one away.
Number 26 out of Northeastern.
You know, Mike Sirota's got some power, and let's say that Sirota does get...
that we'll be announcing the winners of tonight's 50-50 raffle in the middle of the inning. Please
Hey, you said you don't want to tie, so
I was
you can talk.
really hoping that was a construction site announcement. You got Sirota at the dish here. Sirota's got decent power, and if Sirota does get out, top of the 9th is Nishida and Jeb.
Well, it'll be your top of the order. So
yeah,
2 down here. First pitch to Sirota's outside, 1-0.
Or the Harbor Hawks will load him up right here, and then.
What are your thoughts about a playoff lineup with Riku 1, Jeb 2, Sirota 3?
I like.
I don't think so. I think
No,
I would go Riku
McConnell.
1, Sirota 2, Jeb,
Jeb
3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Called strike to Sirota. Then you have Cole McConnell, who could be your
Right.
4-hitter because
Forward,
he
yep.
was the 4-hitter at LA Tech, and he drove in plenty of runs.
Now you're really packing it up there. Yeah, maybe you go Jeb 2. I think you're right on that. Nishida, Jeb, Sirota. Then what do you do in the 9 spot? Just pray?
Patelli, I think, would be a nice addition to that
Oh,
9.
not
I think
bad.
Patelli's-
What are we building?
We're
We're
building our
Okay,
set.
half the lineup here.
okay.
Okay.
Okay,
folks.
I would go
So
Riku.
2-1 the count.
Yeah, Riku, Jebs, Sirota, McConnell. Who do you go 5?
Poncho.
Poncho.
Shaunuel. Patelli's
Ross.
in there. Raw.
The 2-1.
Earhard.
That misses. 3-1 the count to Sirota. The Hawks looking for some 2-out magic here in the
Folks.
top of the 8th inning.
We might be onto something here with this whole lineup we got going on. Uh-oh.
Where's Justin Janis go?
Somewhere in the, was it Tigers organization? The 3-2. And Sirota fouls it off.
I think it's a Braves.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
We sure?
Yeah.
What did he sign for? How
I
much-
think it was the Tigers that Janis got drafted
how
by.
much money? He didn't get drafted. Sorry.
Janis got drafted. Yes, he did. I'm certain Justin Janis was drafted. 3-2 swung on and missed. Down goes Sirota. 8th inning comes to an end. As Mike Sirota strikes out, swinging bottom of the 8th, coming up on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
With Hood Milk, you can trust your family is getting high-quality milk in every nutritious and delicious drop. It begins here on farms that Hood selects, with farmers who uphold the highest standards and who pledge to never use artificial growth hormones. And you'll see that care continue right to your home with our Light Block bottle, which protects the fresh taste of your milk. At Hood, we never stop caring about our milk because you never stop caring about your family. Always good, always Hood.
If you live here, fun is your thing. If you live here, tough is your thing. Smart is your thing. Caring is your thing. If you live in Massachusetts, community is your thing. Since 1972, the Massachusetts State Lottery has provided over $25 billion to help cities and towns with the things they need most. If you live here, giving is your thing.
Diet Coke? Were you my mom?
You should be so lucky, because you know what moms do? Well, I suppose we should start with the whole giving you life thing. It seems like that should be enough. No? Okay. What about her ability to send shockwaves through the neighborhood without saying a word? Or whip up a ridiculous handmade costume that you forgot to tell her about? Not to make you happy, but because she had a reputation to uphold. She invented rideshare, called it carpool, and did it for free. She didn't need those dating apps either. You copied her genes.
Evan Slight set to lead us off here on the bottom of the 8th inning. Austin Nakuda alongside Drake Toll and
Wow.
Zach Berman for
What's left of him?
What's left of who? You or Zach?
Me.
I'm still right here.
You ever
Well, he's
cried
still
on-
right there, too. First pitch, Slight fouls it off, 0-1.
Okay, look, here's the deal. The Harbor Hawks come back and win this game. Round of honeydew coffee on me.
What? You know I don't drink coffee. You know that, Zach.
Tea, donut,
The
whatever.
0-1. Swing and a miss. Langenberg's got the changeup working. Ty Langenberg worked a 1-2-3 bottom of the 7th, looking to do the same here in the bottom of the 8th. The Braves lead it by a run. 4 runs on 6 hits, no errors. Hyannis trails them with 3 runs, 7 hits, though, and no mistakes either. The 0-2. Slight. Chopper down the first base line is going to go foul, where Jackson Ross will pick it up. So Slight will have to do it again and face the 0-2 once more.
They played Sweet Caroline prior to the inning.
Yeah, this is where it originated, so.
Yeah, that seems sacrilegious. You deserve to lose if you're screaming red and white and playing Sweet Caroline.
The 0-2 from Langenberg. Swing and a miss. Down goes Slight on the high fastball. And Ty Langenberg is back.
Yeah, this is the Ty Langenberg we saw strike out 8 against Chatham. This is the Ty
Third baseman number 9 out of
Langenberg
East
that
Tennessee State,
is one of the
Brian
most
Hyannis.
exciting
I'll say that.
relief arms in all of Cape Cod baseball.
Braves crowd getting into it.
I say let's. You say go.
Let's go who? Apparently Ty Langenberg is he's ahead 0-1 on Ryan Hyannis.
I feel like if
say
you're a batter,
let's. You say go. The entire Bourne dugout, they have now issued out. They're giving out team earplugs. Wow.
The 0-1 from Langenberg. Enos fouls it off, and 0-2 now the count.
I feel like if you're a batter, that just throws you off your game so much.
Well, you can't in the major leagues. You're going to have to get used to that one.
Yeah. They're doing the wave
Yeah,
behind you.
yeah.
In Chicago, they got the cup snakes going right
Yep.
behind you. The 0-2 popped up. Here's your chance, Drake Toll, and it's coming towards you. Nice catch. Well done.
Oh, no. That was too far on the construction site. Couldn't go back there.
Nice catch by the fan in the blue Brave shirt.
Well, they climbed up that crane that somebody left out here.
Langenberg with the 0-2 to Enos with 1 down. Here comes the pitch. Line drive, base hit to left field. No, Patelli was able to get to it. It is a base hit to left field, but somehow Don Patelli got a glove on it to knock it down.
It's an impressive play by Don Patelli.
So
in fact, they even got that ball.
Shortstop number 16 out of Pepperdine, John.
I say Bourne, you say baseball team. That's a new chant. All right.
Buzzards Bay baseball team.
Yeah, that's what they should be.
BBBT.
That's what they called me in high school. Big bad boy Toll.
Enos off the first with Peck now at the plate. 1 down here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Langenberg's first pitch to Peck. He skies it foul down the right field line. It would have been gone if it was fair because it's only 300 to the right field pole.
I think that's the most entertaining thing that's happened today.
Brother.
Yeah, brother.
Langenberg leans in, gets the signs. Here comes the 0-1 to Peck. It's the slider in the dirt. 1-1, the count evens up. Tyler Langenberg will certainly be a useful weapon when the playoffs begin on Thursday. One of the best, if not the best, right-handed reliever on the Harbor Hawks. Jordy Allard certainly has his name in that conversation. I'd say Jordy Allard's been your best reliever. Ty Langenberg may be your most dominant.
Right.
When he's on, he certainly dominates the game.
Langenberg is more electric. I would say that.
And you see it there on the changeup that drops off the table. 1 and 2 as Peck goes over the top of it.
I will say the performance we got from Jordy Allard at Red Wilson Field on Sunday had to be one of the more electric relief performances we've seen from any Harbor Hawk pitcher all season.
Langenberg leans in to get the signs from George Corona. Interestingly enough, it was Pancho Ruiz who started the game tonight. Now Corona's behind the dish. Last night Corona started. They got him picked off. Pick-off move by Langenberg, and they got the man Enos picked off. And whoa!
Riku Nishida tagged him. Here comes Beatty.
And there's another umpire who had a look at it, so they may be able to check because Riku Nishida just slapped the tag on Enos, and the third base umpire called him safe. Beatty's going to go ask for help. They had him picked off dead to rights to throw from the first baseman Ross to Nishida at second, and he clearly slapped the tag on him, and they're going to have to ask for help. They have to because he tagged him.
That was not close. The home plate umpire saw it. He was 45 feet away. That is really almost impressive how wrong that was.
So currently on second is Hyannis. After the pickoff move, they say that the tag was missed. I'm going to go ahead and say there's a slim to no chance they overturn
There's
this.
zero chance they change this, but I think that they need to take a trip to see Zach Berman's psychiatrist statistician.
And he's out. What? They changed the call.
No way they changed
the
it.
call. The third base umpire changes the call. Now here comes Scott Landers, and he should get his money's worth here because shockingly, the third base umpire misses the call.
Yeah.
They're getting booed off the field.
Okay.
The first base umpire comes over for help, and they overturn it.
Okay,
and it's going to stand as out. Hyannis is out, and
That
what
is
a
remarkable.
remarkable change of events.
Nobody
So the
saw it.
pickoff move,
There's no way anybody saw
Langenberg
it.
to Ross to Riku at second. Hyannis goes back to the dugout, and that is a major, massive out number 2.
Okay. Now can we say, what a play by Riku Nishida.
Landers is in a very bad mood now.
Well, he should be. This has been...
Oh. That's not a very nice word. I've never heard that one.
Get me the official
Austin,
warning.
what does that mean?
I didn't even hear it.
Oh.
And I think I'm glad I didn't.
Does it garner an official Cape Cod or NCAA baseball warning?
Probably. There's a 1-2.
So now 1-2 after all of that. The pickoff move is successful after the confrontation, after the overturned call. Langenberg with a chance to end the inning. The windup, the 1-2 to Peck. Called strike 3. Down goes Peck. The Hawks got some momentum as Langenberg works a pair of scoreless innings. And we're going to the 9th. 3 outs remaining for the Hawks to get a win and remain in the running to win the West Division on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
With Hood Milk, you can trust your family is getting high-quality milk in every nutritious and delicious drop. It begins here on farms that Hood selects, with farmers who uphold the highest standards and who pledge to never use artificial growth hormones. And you'll see that care continue right to your home with our Light Block bottle, which protects the fresh taste of your milk. At Hood, we never stop caring about our milk because you never stop caring about your family. Always good, always Hood.
Gannon's Tavern is the home of incredible wings, handcrafted cocktails, ice-cold beer, and Keno. Their innovative tavern menu features seafood, great sandwiches, steaks grilled to perfection, and stunning specialty dishes. There's no better place to watch your favorite New England pro football team than Gannon's Tavern, in their large bar or outside on their covered deck, complete with TV and sound. Gannon's Tavern, 959 Burses Way, Hyannis. Like them on Facebook and Instagram.
Yes, soon at Gannon's Tavern.
I hope you're fired up with this music. Drake Toll is.
Yeah, not a bit of it's in English.
Top of the 9th inning. And the Hawks will have the top of the order due up. So if there's anybody you want to spark a rally, it's the man getting ready to lead us off in the form of Riku Nishida. Riku 2 for 4 today. Couple of stolen bases. This is your average day at the ballpark for Riku.
You know, the only thing that would make me more upset than a loss here is a tie. So let's just go ahead and get it out of the way and just go ahead and score a few runs. Why do you say we do it? Why don't we do it? It's fun.
All right, Matt Duffy's back on the mound after a scoreless inning of work. Matt Duffy set him down 1-2-3, and that's what he does best. He's been virtually impossible to hit. So let's set the table. Hawks chasing a run. 4-3 the score, top of the 9th inning. If Hyannis wins today, they can finish at least in second place, I believe. They separate from the Braves. If the Hawks lose, ball 1 to Riku. If the Hawks lose today, they are very likely the 3 seed.
Yeah, no, they are going to be the 3 seed.
Are we opposed to a bunt? Important question.
No, I'm not opposed to it.
Sorry.
The 1-0 to Nishida. Swings through a fastball 1-1.
Third base creeping.
Riku has dropped one tonight and beat it out.
True. That is a great point.
Well, third base, Hyannis is creeping up the third base line, but you have a lot of space now with both Brito and Shaw playing very far back. So if you push a bunt down the first base side, you got a good chance to beat that out.
The 1-1. Misses high. Riku's height may have helped him a bit there. 2-1 the count to Nishida.
Yeah, Riku bent down. You ever seen Benchwarmers? Where you
That's a movie
That's a
I have
movie
seen. Let's go. Green
Crouches
44.
and-
We got a movie reference that I can understand.
All right. You know the scene I'm talking about.
Yes, I do exactly. The 2-1. Nishida fights it foul. 2-2.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no orange and blue chants over here, huh?
Well, maybe if you say let's,
They'll say go. Dude, that's the worst chant I've heard in my life. 44 games in. I'm 21 years old. Never heard a worse chant than I say let's, you say
That
go.
sounds like a computer-generated chant you hear in like a Madden game. or
Yeah,
something.
literally. The 2-2 to Nishida. Soft line drive left field. Slight moves over. He makes the catch. It looked like he may float down, but unfortunately it hung up long enough for the left fielder to make the play.
Well, got good news for you. But who's coming to the plate now?
Mitch Jebb.
Yeah.
So that is good news for the Hawks. He leads their team in virtually every offensive statistic at .358 on the year. He's 1 for 4 in tonight's game. That one hit came back in the first inning. Since then, a pop-up to third, a pop-up to first, and a strikeout. Jebb swings the first pitch, foul tips it into the mitt of the catcher, Frick, for strike one.
Enos is definitely thinking that Jebb's going to go bunt as well. Enos is playing really, really, really up close. He's standing just on the edge of that grass right in front of third base.
How many feet would you say he's playing up?
2, 3.
Zach, are you sure the eye doctor got you hooked up there?
I was thinking yards, 2, 3 yards.
Oh, were you? What's the conversion to feet?
I'd say maybe 8, 9 feet up.
Okay.
By the way, that pitch missed.
Oh.
1-1.
I was about to say thank you very much, though, Zach Berman, for doing that. The 1-1 now on its way from Duffy to Jebb, called strike 1 and 2. So Mitch Jebb behind the count. 52 hits this season coming into tonight, make it 53. An impressive number considering they only play 44 games down here, and he wasn't in the lineup for the first 6 because he was on Katuit's bench.
Yeah. Take that.
The 1-2 to Jebb. Fouls it off. You can tell Matt Duffy's delivery. A little bit deceptive. Don't see the ball until it's a little bit late. Certainly fooled the Hawks tonight.
Be a good time for...
Big time for Money Mitch.
Yeah.
They call him. About 6 people clapping here. Watch out. I'll intimidate you.
Duffy from the windup, the 1-2 to Mitch Jebb. Misses high.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit outside. Count evens up at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Good call there. It's a close pitch, though. You know, we've seen that called a strike this season. Had it been called a strike there, I think they would have called the game.
I think they might be going back to the breaking ball here. We'll see.
Oh.
Frick puts the signs down. Jebb at the plate. Here's the 2-2. Fouls it off.
He spoiled a good one, too. That was low. I'd say about knee-high.
Yeah, it was
and
fastball.
Yeah.
That's one of those pitches you take, and sometimes it's a called strike.
That was a called strike with the bases juiced earlier.
Well, they've had a couple of those situations in recent days. For
Yep.
the Hawks, unfortunately, it's been a little bit of a halt in run production. That's kind of kick-started this losing streak.
Come on, Mitch.
Mitch Jebb, 2-2 the count, 1 down here. Top of the 9th inning, Hawks chasing a run. Duffy from the windup, the 2-2. Fouls another off. Mitch Jebb won't go down until he's on base, if he has anything to say about it.
Look, if you were expecting Mitch Jebb to go down without a fight,
you're an idiot.
Yeah. No. He's a tough customer. He's going to stick out this at-bat for as long as he can. And look, Duffy has not been on Cape that long, but this is a guy that could be a huge problem come playoff time. So, man, tough spot here.
Here comes the 2-2 once more. Called strike 3. Jebb goes down looking, and that's out number 2 here on the top of the 9th. It's that backdoor slider.
Yeah, it's a really good pitch.
Yeah,
it's a really good pitch. Mitch had fought so many off, too. You know, he thought that was a fastball outside. It was just deceptive enough to clip the outside part of the zone. That's great. I mean, that's a strike. That's in there.
Hawks down to their final out here in Buzzards Bay. Drew Earhart at the plate. He's 0 for 2, but he's walked twice. First pitch from Duffy. Earhart swings through the fastball, 0-1. Hyannis in danger of losing tonight and falling all the way down to possibly the 3 seed.
Yep, looking at the 2 score tonight against Falmouth, and that's it. If Hyannis loses tonight, they are the 3 seed. They no longer have home field advantage in the playoffs.
That pitch misses outside and even took the glove off of Frick. 1-1 the count.
So,
Well,
just,
you could have home field second round if the 4 seed Falmouth beats the number 1 seed.
which is not impossible.
It's
If
not-
Katuitt's the
yeah.
1 seed especially, and if Bourne's
Yeah.
a 2 seed, then you come right back here to Buzzards Bay on Wednesday.
Oh, boy.
On Thursday. Oh, I wouldn't like that, I don't think.
Bourne's a juggernaut in the second half. The 1-1 misses 2-1, and you got to tip your cap to first-year manager Scott Landers. He comes in.
Yes.
He comes in after Harvey Shapiro, who had owned this field essentially for the past 15,
Construction
20
site,
years
but yes.
or so. Comes in, a team starts off slow, but he turns them around, and they're on the verge of the 1 seed in the West. 2-2, Drew Earhart takes it. So the Hawks are down to their final strike, their final out here at Doran Park. Matt Duffy on the hill looking to finish the job. Bourne's bullpen has combined for a solid night of relief. Here comes the 2-2 to Drew Earhart. Swing and a miss. Down goes Earhart, and the ball game is over. The Hyannis Harbor Hawks have dropped it 4-3 to the Bourne Braves, and, well, the team who was once firmly asserted in the 1
Final
seed
lines for tonight's game for
will
the Bourne
now be
Braves,
your
4
3 seed
runs, 7
in the
hits,
West
no
Division
errors for the
if
Hyannis
things
Harbor
hold.
Hawks. 3 runs,
Yeah,
7
that's
hits,
it.
no errors.
Mathematically, it's
That's the
impossible
ball
to climb
game,
any
folks.
higher
The
than
Braves
3.
are victorious.
Hyannis
Bourne
will
has
be
1 game
in
left
the
in the
3
regular
spot,
season,
and they will
it is a
travel
big
to
one. It's a
either
makeup
Bourne
game
or
in
Katuitt
Katuitt
on
tomorrow.
Thursday. So they're
The winner
still
takes
in the
home the
playoffs
President's
where
Trophy
anything can
and the
happen.
best
This team
record in
just
the
has to
entire Cape League.
freaking
We hope to
reset.
see a lot of
Eric
you
Beatty's
there.
going to preach that.
First pitch
And
from
every single one of these
ballparks at
guys go into
4:30.
tomorrow understanding they're
Then
going to
the Braves will
utilize
begin
their
the
day off
2022
and
Cape
come
League
back ready to
playoffs
win.
on
So the
Thursday.
Hawks fall
That
4-3
game,
here in
regardless of
Bourne,
tomorrow's
but
result, will be
well,
here
Zach
at Doran
Berman,
Park.
playoffs start
Thursday
soon on the
night
bright
at
side.
6
This is a team who
p.m.
hasn't been in the
We cannot wait
playoffs
to
in a
see all
couple
of
of
you back
years,
here
so
then.
and
In
the
the
organization
meantime,
hopes
continue
are
to check
high
out
that the
our
Hawks
website
can
and
find
social
some
media
late
accounts
magic
for
and make
updates.
something work, either against
Thanks for coming to
Bourne
the ball game
or
tonight. Have a
Katuitt.
I
wonderful
mean, all in all,
evening.
you have to
Drive
look at
home
this season,
safely,
especially in
and we'll see you
comparison
in
to
the
what
playoffs.
happened last year, as a smashing success and it's a return to form for this organization. But there's still a lot of work to be done, and, take the day off, rest up, get your head on straight, and get right back out there because things start all over. You got a clean slate on Thursday. So
the Hawks fall 4-3 to the Bourne Braves. Each team had 7 hits and no errors. And well, let's pick a
Towns,
playoff,
easy.
NAC Cape Cod player of the game. It's going to be Holland Towns. 3 innings out of the bullpen, 1 hit, 2 walks, no runs, and 2 strikeouts. Holland Towns entered in a tough spot. He kept you in this ball game to the point where the Hawks only lost by a run. Shut out Holland Towns. Jeez, tough night. And his 3 innings of scoreless relief. So that wraps it up here at Doran Park. And the next time we put on these headsets, it'll be a playoff game. Whether it's in Katuitt or Bourne, we don't quite know yet, as those 2 teams are set to face off tomorrow in the final game of the Cape Cod Baseball League regular season. So it was a pleasure this regular season talking to you on the mic, and we'll see you in the playoffs. For Drake Toll and Zach Berman, our producers Abby Stokes and Ella Gibson, and our sideline reporter Bria Lossick, I'm Austin Dakuda saying good night. We'll see you on Thursday for playoff baseball.